Oof. Morning, team. Morning, team. Hope you're all doing good. I hope you're all doing good. Okay, I'm going to start today really simple. I've had a really tough 24 hours, especially the last 12. I'm going to ask for patience and kindness from you guys in stream today. Please keep the chat positive. I don't have the patience for it today, all right? I'm really struggling. So please, let's show up in our best possible self here today, and I will do my best to be here for at least the next 60 minutes. And if I have it in me to be longer than that, I will do it. But I just ask you guys to show up in the best way. All right, here we go, folks. Let's have a look at what we've got. Weekly model for those who have done the course. All right, we have the high of week, the low of week, the inside bar building the liquidity, the failed breakdown to the 5-day, and we are traveling up towards the 20-day. This will be your mean reversion from outside the Bollinger Band, inside the Bollinger Band, to the 5-day, to the 20-day, to this shelf here. All right, same shelf we talked about early week, same shelf in the newsletter. We can look left and look at the yearly kind of spikes, and we have some nodes up here into 600 and into towards 700. Both of those are big gamma exposure levels today, which I will go through. All right, big gamma exposure levels, both intraday, 600 intraday and 700 for the week. Okay, so I am still considering whether they do it today or later in the week, a big old bull trap in here, which is then sold into. All right, but how we act in here is what is going to determine that. We've already just swept the high of yesterday by a tick or two. I don't think it's enough excess, and we will go through that now. In the hourlies, all right, this is what we were looking for yesterday. We talked about the controlled selling yesterday. Controlled selling, push, controlled selling, and they caught them on NFP into this old pivot in just in front of this node here. All right, they didn't quite get there. This node here we were looking for to buy the 100s. We talked about this wash, if it hasn't cleared it all out to the 100s holding, and then probably a rip to clear out these stops here, if not these stops here. All right, so we've done the first level. We're looking at this. Above 500, there is a very good chance that they will set a bull trap. Now you can see I've put this on today. It's the first time I've done it, but I'm going to pay attention to it. It lines up pretty well. If we look at that 600, look at the edge of the previous week up here from the week starting the 26th of Jan, right? It's back to the old value area low if we get there. So a squeeze can happen if we base and hold here. All right, so where we are now, if we build liquidity here, they can look for this squeeze to take out 515s up to 600. That's your intraday GEX level. Through that, 700. My feeling is that in here, probably in front of 800, because we haven't got really a level to get up there, if they protect this, it is likely to be a big bull trap. I would like to see a squeeze out into here. I don't know if I'll play the long. I might well wait for the short and see if they trap bulls anywhere above 500 into 6, maybe into 7, but ideally into 6. If they trap bulls buying high for a complete collapse back down to reprice this NFP candle, I will be watching 360s. I'll be watching previous day value area high, and I'll be watching the previous day point of control down here. All right, this is what I would like to see. I don't know if we get it today. They might save it for tomorrow. I don't know, but I would like to see bulls trapped and a collapse back down inside. And if they stay heavy for the rest of the week, then I'm going to be watching this naked point of control down here. All right, that is definitely doable. That would be a fantastic trap if they do it. If they don't do that, if they decide, hey, do you know what, we've sold tech enough, we're going to go full bullish, then they'll base here and look for this, and we'd have to wait for them to rehold a similar level and go again and stair step, very much like this. Right, we'd be looking for the same thing again. All right, so I will consider that. It's not my preference, but I will consider it. My preference is to look for the fade on a big bull trap. Lower time frame, you can see we have just taken out the previous day high and previous week value area high. This is the same level as yesterday, that grey box where we trapped those bulls yesterday. We just cleared them out, and we're trading back inside right now. So we're going to watch, I'd say, if they're going to dip and rip this morning, we can watch this level into here to see if they hold that to do that. And then you're looking for 5 and 6s. Remember, 5 and 6s. If they completely collapse it, then 300s, and we'll see how they act at 300s. I will buy the 300s. If we don't clear out and we just drop down and we trap bears down here, I'm happy to buy the 300s for this rotation back to 4s. But we will see. We will just have to see how we go. I'm not convinced that that's what they're going to do, but let's just go step by step. ES, we're going to go through everything now. Okay, same push on ES, hasn't quite cleared out previous day high. Very, very close, same kind of thing. Okay, you'll see this controlled selling. There's your trap. There's the dip and the rip. All right, you'll see this time and time again. When we don't run any stops, it is being manufactured in. Controlled selling, run the stops. Run down. Controlled selling, run the stops, right? When they don't get run out, that is very controlled. It's done very purposefully, let's just call it that way. So ES, same kind of idea, and then you're looking for 726s if it goes going, on assume. Is that all-time high, or is that a high close? Let me just have a little look on this. Not an all-time high. Okay. So everything above this right now, above 7,000, keeps getting sold. Edge of here, 716. So I'll be watching 716 and then, yeah, 728s and then 743s. Spiders. Same story as your NFP. All right, close the gap. Taking out the highs. You can see this level up here that I've been watching. That is your high. That is your pivot high on the spiders that they're trying to pin through. I can pull that down. It's a little bit out. Here we go. There's your pin high, your all-time high. That's what they're trying to get through right now. So 97.84 or somewhere around that. All right, they're trying to come and clear out this liquidity. Same kind of story as the 7,000s. Everything above there keeps failing. It's getting dangerous, though. I will tell you, they've had a lot of attempts, I would say, above here. They need to hold above here to do that move, and I'll be be very careful about a clear out once they do it. But we'll see. Again, broader market, rotation into broader market. QQQ, you'll see the relative weakness versus SPY on the daily. All right, way off these levels up here that we're watching. And we have build this gap technically, so really we're watching to see if we find acceptance through the 16s right now. Yeah, we have to see if we can find acceptance through 16s and 17s for that gap and base over it. Same kind of story as we've just gone through on NQ, right? I'm thinking about the trap play. That's what I'm really thinking about today. I'm going to see. Maybe I get it wrong and I don't get a play for the day. That's also okay. Hey, Dixie's starting to find a bid. You can see, there you go, off Dixie. Bid, but already fading back inside. So did gold sell? Gold did sell and then rebid off close. Okay, VIX still trading downside off that. Okay, so big buy side pressure coming in. Zoom the VIX out. Undercutting this here. I'll be watching this block into here. Mark this out. Let's pivot here now. I'll be watching VIX into there to see if it finds a bid into there or not. So if we do the trap, right? If we do the trap and VIX fades down into this and finds a bid, that's going to help my thesis. So if I'm looking for the trap long on trap to reshort NQ, if we come into this and find a bid on VIX and start doing this, and that times out with the NQ in the market, fantastic. All right, Apple. Has it caught a bid? Still in a range here, 3 days range. All right, inside its weekly range. Nothing to do with that thing right now. Dead. Amazon starting to try and find a bid. All right, same kind of story. Big wash, probably retraced 50% of that wash. All right, if you did that, that's 50% basing out in a box. Nothing to really do with it. All right, nothing to really do with it. Goog. No undercut there. Wash held these lows, hasn't come down into it. Bit of a basketball here, and it's not breaking lower. So maybe Goog can look for relief up here sooner rather than later. But again, not something I'd want to trade. Nothing there looking great. Meta's a bit more interesting. That's perked up a little bit. So you can see the failure to break down and make a new low. There's the rip up, okay, and coming back into these boxes here where they're rebidding it. So this thing wants to try and get going. So we look good. I'm still long Meta. I want to see a re-break out of 83s and see if we can get back up here. It would be great to get all the way back up there. We're doing for time. Microsoft. That looks good. That's a better look. All right, better look. Failure to break out of the lows, come down, retested, caught a bid. Breakout, retest, caught a bid. Come back down to the same level. This is the pin, right? They got to hold sort of 10s. If they hold 10s, they've got a shot. Microsoft looking a bit better there. Let's have a look at Nvidia. That thing much better now than last week. All right, so we can talk again about the same thing, even on the high time frame. Controlled selling down, pivot, fails to make a new low. There's your long trigger. Look at the EMA supporting it, and we're upside now into like sort of an inverse head and shoulder kind of thing. And this thing can really hurt some people soon. There will be stops here. We can set price alerts up there right now. Is that the high of this? It is. Okay, so we'll be watching for breaks and fail breaks above 94.50s. Stick that in there so I know it's there, which will mark out well with the Qs if they do the fail break. If they're just going to break out upside, I'll have to find a way of joining. We'll see. Tesla, same kind of story as Nvidia. All right, same kind of story. You can see this coming right back to the upside. You'd be watching Tesla for a break and hold over 30, and then you'd be looking to take partial out into 40, 44, and then 50 if it can get going. Might be due a little bit of a wash down. You know, it wouldn't be surprised if they want to do one of these before they get going. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Equally weighted. Wakey, there we go. That's your mag for the day. So gapping up, equally weighted is in a gap up. So we do have strength so far. Hood got sold off in earnings like we talked about. That's why we took some profits up here. I will be looking to see if they hold this dip though. All right, they did have a miss, but actually the amount of cash on hand is pretty good. We'll just see if they want to rebid this up over the next few days, if this is a giant trap, but we will see. We've paid ourselves either way. Netflix as well. Big push yesterday, coming back into range, needs to hold this. Then I feel positive about it. And that's the story of the tape, guys. That's what we're looking at. So main thing I'll be looking at today, ideally, is a big old bull trap, like I've talked about, would be my preference. If not, if they're going to dip before taking out all the highs, I will consider joining long. It is not ideal. It is not ideal. Oracle, yeah, Oracle still looks good. I'm still long Oracle. Yeah, SPY and ES both taking out those highs. ES now trading 707s, or 7007s, I should say. Yeah, Oracle looks good. Nice push up. Just needs to hold. We want it to base out at sort of 60. Just needs to base out at 60. We don't want it to give back that big squeeze move all the way back to 50s. Where's my QQQ? There we go. Sorry, guys. Just get my charts ready. All right. Let's see how we go then, folks. Good luck, everyone. I will be patiently waiting. So ideally, we come and clear out some of these levels and I get a short up here somewhere. Otherwise, if they don't take it and they just drop down, I'll think about a rebid down here into 300s. Maybe here, but I don't really like that bid there. I would rather ignore previous day value area high today, but we will see. We are trading right at the high of the current week. All right, here we go, folks. Let's get some volume on it nice and early before Alex forgets, because he's mentally fatigued right now. All right, previous day value area high coming up here. There's the wash through it. We'd be next be watching 63s if they're going to come all the way down to previous day point of control. Why is that not matching up? 360. That's way off, isn't it? Wow. Just going to measure this out real quick. Trading view. Big discrepancy again. Well, maybe it's Ninja Trader that's off. All right, there's the dip and rip. So let's see if they can clear out some of these highs into this grey box. Remember, there are stops at that grey box, the top side of that grey box. The first lot of stops are into sort of 90, 91, and the next lot at the top of the grey box. That's what I'd like to see cleared out. I'd love it if they clear all this out, even if they want to shove all the way to 600. Previous week open as well, by the way, is 530s. 530s. all of the mag green. SPY shoving up here as well. Not too far away from that 98 kind of level we were looking at. And watching the 20-day, 50-day on QQQ as well. 20-day currently at 1840, 50-day at 1930, 1940. All right, come on, market. So we're not too far from the 20-day on NQ as well. Somewhere around 550, 560. Let me just check that. On that shelf, 550, 20-day. Okay, sellers keep getting caught at these lows so far into 35. It was very early, and it's very jumpy, and it's NFP. Back to these 30s where these sellers keep getting caught. Yet again, they got caught there. They're looking for a re-squeeze here. I'm not long in any of this. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing on the tape. I'm not long in any of this, but you can see right here, these sellers down here, I'm at 40 and under, especially down 34 so far, cannot get a follow through downside. All right, so they keep piling in there. They're not getting their way. They're getting tested again now. Same level. Do they get follow through here is the question. Maybe the first time they see follow through today to that New York open and previous day value area high, which is also different on here to NinjaTrader. It's not very useful. I've got 410 on NinjaTrader as value area high right into here. So they've dipped that again. I'll have to watch these 30s and 40s now. All right, that's where the sellers came in. If we reclaim 30s and 40s, this thing should technically squeeze. We will wait. I'm not buying up here. There's just no way. I'd much rather they come and clear out this level and offer me the short. What's the grey zone? 480 to 515. It is. There's a node and a pivot. If you go back to the 4th of Feb in here. If you go on an hourly chart, look at the 4th of Feb, you'll see it. Okay, these sellers starting to win now, so maybe previous day point of control is going to get tagged here if they get follow through. That is going to be really shite if they're just going to clear out this high and leave all of these. It's very dangerous to play. Much rather they go higher first. It's going to make the short much, much better if they can go higher first, but we need to be aware of it. Remind myself, what's the 11th? When are they talking? 10 past 10. Okay, we've got time. I'm watching this down here if they rebid it into 300s. Man, if they just do that tiny clear out, that is so lame. I'm watching this level down here into 300s. So into current week, this red level is current week point of control. The developing week point of control is what they're bidding on at the moment down here at sort of 70s and 60s. If we lose that, it's possible we go all the way down to 300. This short would be paying now. It just didn't go high enough for me to want it. Do not like that we didn't clear out that grey box above. Naughty, 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 naughty. So previous day value area low, possible. This is current weak point of control. It's possible that they wash down into here. Look, there is lots of opportunity down here right now to wash down here and then see if they rebid it or not. This wasn't my preferred play. I would have preferred the short, but I will watch this into here. Sellers starting to be aggressive at 70s and not getting their way. Very aggressive at 70s again, not getting their way. Yeah, they're starting to get caught here at 70s. You might see this try and push up. Here we go. Watching the 40s, the 400, sorry. That's where point of control on the day is. There's the squeeze. I'm long now through this. Okay, let's see if we can get to VPOC. Taking a piece out here. Want to see this base and hold over 400, or I'll cut on the rest. So just a squeeze trigger over 70 and through the 400 to the 420 test. All right, just to test this. All right, sellers, like I kept saying, kept getting stuck at 70s. All right, so there was a squeeze back up. They've resold point of control. They're trying to get down to here now. So I took the long, just a snap long. I know it was really quick, guys. I can't help it. It's what happens when you read the tape. Some of you would be upset, but I can only play how the tape moves when I'm looking for stuff like that. It's not like a pre-plan. It's literally reading the tape. Back into these 60s, they're trying to find acceptance lower now. So if sellers win here, we can wash down towards these 300 levels. So just a quick scalp long there for like 30, 40 points is all I got there, folks. Just trading one account at a time here. So same level, 70s here, where they keep piling in. We can see they're piling in again. Look at this. They've just piled in again at 60s. All these sellers are going to get caught. This is where we just pushed up to 400 and then 420. So we are whippy here. Sellers are currently caught at 70 and under, definitely at 60 and under. There is a buyer caught at 400 and they resold it at 410 and 420. So like we are just ranging in quite a violent amount of range here while they start to get themselves stuck. It's okay to just let this do what it wants, folks. The better level, if we're going to bid, right, if they're going to trap shorts to go long, the better bid will be down here somewhere. All right, point of control, GEX put wall, previous day value area low. That will be a better bid. The better short, in my mind, will be over here. Right, will be in here somewhere is the better short in my mind. That's what I was waiting for and hoping for this morning. Okay, let's see. Let's see if they can get down into these 300s. Give you a readout on the mag, haven't done that yet. Tesla 1.88% up, Nvidia 1.5% up, Microsoft 0.76% down, Meta 1/3% up, Google 0.06% up, Amazon 1/4% down, and Apple 0.62% up. Let's see. Can we get down into here? It's too late for me to short now. Maybe I could have taken that, but I'm just going to wait to see if we can get into here and how we operate when we get down there. They're looking for that breakdown. There is liquidity lower into 25s and then 300. So shorts, sellers are trying to sell this down to get that move. We've got 24-hour VWAP there. We can time it with ES as well into Globex high and VWAP, which is sort of around 86. And SPY into 95 as well. So we'll see. Do they come into those levels and find a bid? What's the New York VWAP indicator? It's made by someone in my Discord. I don't think it's for free. It's a gift by the legends in Discord. It's one of the good things about being in the Discord. You get lots of free indicators that everyone works on. Okay, they're trying to get this squeeze back up to point of control, which is 70s right now. Here's the tap through 70s. I'm not going to retake this. I've already had one attempt at this. If they lift this, then you're looking at 400s again. I still want to wait now to see if we can come down to 300s. Trying to be patient. But if we look at the hourly, right, remember this is what I call God chart. When you go back to the hourly, you can see the developing profile. We're coming right into the middle of this current week's D-shaped developing profile, right into fair value for the week. If they lose this, all right, then maybe there is a bid off here from 300 back to 350, and if they squeeze back to 4s, maybe they just bid off here into in this point of control level 350s. We'll see. I'd much rather they come down into this right now. Much rather they come down lower. Am I long? No, nothing. I'm nothing right now. I'm waiting to see if we come to 3. What I'm waiting for to make this clear. Okay, I need to make this clear. When we come into this zone here, I'm waiting to see if sellers get trapped, all right? If sellers get trapped, I will consider a long back up. If they don't get trapped, they might well want to go to gap fill for 220. So I'm not just going to bid on this. I need to see someone stuck. Currently, they are bidding off the developing weak point of control. They keep bidding off it. Ugh. So we're going to go and test those trap players at 400 again. Kind of ugly there on the book up at 400. We've got a delta both sides. We've got 127 lot trapped at 400 as a seller. Just tap back into him again. Messy, messy, messy. When you look at NQ on TradingView, your price numbers don't match. You've probably got delayed data then, because these are the correct numbers. All right, they're testing these 400s again. Man, if that's the dip and they don't come down here, it's going to be very hard to trade. It means we haven't run the top side and we haven't come down to the bottom side where we need to go. Really need this to come lower. Okay, they're selling 400. So that seller up there is still present. Still present in the 400s. Keep talking about this guy right here. All right, he's still present. He's still absorbing the tape right now. They are going to want sort of 300s, and if they snap that, it's can't rule out the twos. Wanted to be short today above all this. But the weekly model is starting to play out. It's one thing, but we are still just inside the previous day's range. And come back for those fours again. ES can't get through its New York VWAP yet either, so just rotating here a little bit. Building out this big node down here. It's a big node down here. You can see a spike here. This is where the sort of control is right now. It's where they keep reselling into this node here, this spike. I'm going to remove this grey box because we've been here a lot. And I'm going to remove this red box because we've also been here a lot. And I'm going to remove this node from yesterday as well. Clean this chart up a little bit. I'm somewhat surprised that this is their morning play. They are holding their hourly pivot. They are holding this hourly pivot here right now. Right here. They are trying to absorb high on here to complete this move at the moment. I am somewhat surprised they haven't come deeper before looking at it. All right, back to these fours again. Shall we look for long? I mean, it's up to you. You've got to understand, zoom out where you're looking for long. Like if I'm going to get long, I want it down here. I really don't want to get long here unless we push and base and hold. I'd much rather look at longs down here if they trap. It's just how they're moving it today. They're not coming into key levels. I'd rather be patient than trade in an area I don't want to trade in. So here comes the squeeze back towards that New York Open. Yes, still not through New York VWAP. This squeeze can be sold into, honestly. It's very iffy here, folks, because we haven't reached... You have to understand what I'm saying. We haven't reached this, and we haven't reached this. All right, so your positioning right now is in the middle of this. These are the edges I want to play. Here and above to sell, here and below to buy. Only if they trap, right? Only if they trap. I don't want to enter here. My location is so poor. I really don't want to enter there. We need another 40 plus points to get a long entry. I wouldn't trust trading because you think news is negative. All right, most stuff is priced in before it happens. All right, ES back to New York Open. We are back to previous week value area high here. This node, bulls will need to hold this node now. If they don't, we're going to trade down to the 90s, and if they lose 90s, we're going to trade all the way back down again. Here we go. It's just washy, guys. This is why I'm trying not to enter in here. It's far too dangerous in my mind. Far, far, far too dangerous. Here comes the wash back down. I still think this is the target, but his point of control for the day now. This is fair value. This is aggressive here, folks. Here you go. They want those 300s, what I'm saying. They've got to come to 300s first. This is aggressive all the way back down. Do they pop and sell this then? So 400 is going to be key. If they lose 400s, you might look for a follow through downside now. If they lose 400s, or if they can't reclaim 400s, they might try and resell it all the way back down. If they reclaim 400s, then they're going to go and fill these imbalances up to 26s. It's washy, guys. I cannot say enough. It's very washy. Not getting through the fours. They keep protecting the fours here. There is a chance for this move here, like I just talked about. They are selling fours. There is a chance to come down here right now if they sell fours. Back to fours they go. Watch these fours. Their imbalances above fours all the way up to 26. But if they keep selling fours, they are going to look for that breakdown. Fair, like, I'm not going to enter a trade here. This is a no trade zone. But I would say I would be watching this, all right, because we have this guy that keeps selling up here into fours, all right, and an imbalance here. Here's the push to fours. So what they do now is absolutely key. If they reclaim it, then there's a squeeze up to 25s. Tradeify down again? Are you joking? Oh man, you put me off trading. Really? Is that actually true? I will not enter if that's actually true. Not on an NFP day. Okay, rejecting 410s, previous day value area high. They don't bid fours. They're going to look for the wash here if they can't hold the fours. It is messy, messy, messy. ES cannot get through that New York Open. Okay, Tradeify down, guys. Be very careful. I wouldn't advise trading. If Tradeify is down, do not trade. Do not trade if Tradeify is down. You are asking for it. I didn't know that because I haven't entered since that first trade. But yeah, just be careful. Yeah, some of you saying it's bad, some of you saying it's fine. So probably not a global outage yet. Order delayed on execution, a lot of you saying. CVD looks weird. It's kind of matching up on the 5 minute with what we've had so far. All right, they're going to try and lift for 25s now. They don't know what to do here. This is the problem. Everyone who's smart wants to trade an extreme, and now they're just building out liquidity. I think we need to come down here, honestly. They just sold again. Sellers trying to pile through here. Might get follow through here, folks, watching this. So they keep testing that previous day point of control for me. I have this on Ninja Trader. I have a previous day point of control at 62s. I don't know if anyone else has the same. I'm going to double check that now. Yeah, that's right. You might see follow through here, folks. I think they're going to go for those 300s. They've trapped enough times up there now. So 70s is where the sellers keep getting stuck. So they need to follow through under 70s. Rotation. ES stuck between New York view up and 24-hour view up. So back to POC, which is 88s here, and 92s. And if they fail that, they will look for follow through. Up to POC. Do they fail this? Oh, they're going to go squeeze right away back upside. Great. 400s again. Can you please make your mind up and get out of here for us? Big seller coming in here. Trying to force lower. If he doesn't do it, then he's going to get caught. He's coming high. So we haven't completed a rotation either side today. That's the problem. We haven't hit grey box or grey box. We are in no man's land right now. What are you lot doing? Honestly. Just go to 300 or rip it. Do something. Literally no man's land. Okay. Back to these 70s where the sellers keep getting stuck. Are you going to sell through now, or are you going to rip it back up again? Oh, you're going to pop it back up again. Right into the edge of this node. We're just trapped between 92s and 63s right now. We can't find acceptance outside of any of it. ES is stuck between 24-hour view up and New York view up. We are just not moving anywhere. How about that after an NFP rip? We just do nothing. I think we want to go 300s, but we got to get under these sort of 70s aggressively. 60s. Trap more shorts there again. Someone's absorbing here under 60s. They need to snap hard, and then they get a run to 25s. There they go. They need to snap here hard, and you'll get a run to 25s, and maybe you'll get those 300s. There you go. There's 50s again. Someone's still stepping in the tape here, trying to absorb. Well, there's literally nothing you can do with this. Protecting edge of value. The problem is this location right here, like I keep talking about. This location. There's your weekly profile. We are just trapped in here. All right. They've either got to get above here and try and complete this, or below here and try and complete this. We just don't want to trade in here. This is the wash zone from the last few sessions. It is the wash zone from the last few sessions. I'll move that up for you, haven't I? There we go. It's better. Chop City, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's amazing the amount of volume that he can build out. Okay, look at ES as well, doing the same dance. So we can see New York view up, 24-hour view up, ES the same, stuck between these two. We're stuck in this. I think they want to come down into this, honestly, but they keep saving it here. You cannot deny that. If too many people get stuck one side, it will be so nasty, the move back the other way. There's no edge here right now. So here they go, trying to lift back up to 4s. So 350 to 4s is your range right now, 50 points range. There's nothing outside of that yet. Time for coffee. Yeah, I am actually thinking about that already. Why did I place the grey box in the 300s? Because there is a node down there. There is volume down there that I am watching. On the developing week, there is a node down into that. I'm actually playing the underside of that node. It actually starts at 22s, right? It starts at 322s. There is a node that starts on the developing week profile. How many attempts are these guys going to have to break lower, honestly? '70s again. Come on, just go and do it, for God's sake. There they go. Jesus Christ. Go and get to 20s and 30s and then 300s. Come on. Fuck are you lot playing at? It's so pathetic. There they go. Okay, into 50s. Can they find acceptance outside of this node now and come down into here? I'm trying to wait for price to get down into here. It's arguable that you might want to take a short here. I'm not looking for it. I want to see how we react down here. I'm trying to wait for price to get here or here. That's where my edge is as a trader, all right? It's to trade at the key levels, not in between them. I think we're going to get to here. Okay, VWAP there. Nice. Come on, come lower. Please come lower. Please come lower. Please come lower. It's VWAP. They keep protecting VWAP here. There they come. Okay, great. Finally. All right, let's see what we do down here into this level. Do they bid or do they just let go of the whole thing? Do they bid this or do they let go of the whole thing? Currently bidding off that level, aren't they? Look at this rip back up so far. So watching this now very, very carefully. We knew it was a key level. We're watching now to see if we trap bears down here, which we have so far in this count. It's very quick. We have trapped at 10s. So if they defend 10s, we have bears trapped down there. But we want to see a bit of structure develop. I want to see a bit of structure develop. Waiting to see if they trap these bears at 10s or not. Do we put in a higher low here so I can get involved with some decent risk? More bears come in here at 30. I want to see it flush to 10s and get absorbed. If we break down under that, then obviously there's no play. They're protecting 10s so far. Still watching these 10s. Can we come and revisit them? And can I see a buyer stepping on the bid here? They are bidding below it, though, which is a bit iffy. And there's a selling out 35s. I'm interested, but I don't like what I see yet. So this is the 10s revisit. You can see 3 10s being revisited because that's where the sellers got stuck. They need to buy this now and rip it higher. If they don't do that, we will break lower and we will keep washing. Breaking lower. Okay, so no bullish play here yet for me. Let this break lower. If possible, they do gap fill here if they really let go. 300s. Am I really just going to get that one play for the day? Big bull stepping in down here. That's not a good sign. This will break lower. Big bull just stepped in at 300. Huge lot. He's going to get caught. You idiot. You idiot. So hard to position that short. I know. I agree with you. I wanted to position for that short up here. All right. All I wanted was any move up here to then fade for this move. That was my plan today. I know. Sometimes the market doesn't give you what you want. We know this is a potential level they can hold. If they fail this level, previous day value area low, previous day close, previous day low, all on check. But this is a big level, even for the options market, right? It's a big, big level. We haven't retested up here yet, so they might lift and retest 50s, and we can see if they stay heavy. So if they lift, oh, don't do that. If we lift and test 50s and stay heavy, there will be a reshort opportunity into here, and then maybe down if they get follow through. If they lift and reclaim, we go back and chop here before they make decision of what next. That buyer is currently comfortable at 300. I'm somewhat surprised. We might lift here to 50s. I don't know if I want to bid that. I don't think I want to bid that. I don't like this guy here, guys. This guy here with big size at 300. He's currently comfortable though. We've got a guy trapped at 317. I don't like these guys piling in long at the lows. That's not what I want to see. Not aggressive buyers at the lows. It's the opposite of what I would want to see. We're at a level of interest. It's just I'm not seeing what I like yet. I'm seeing the opposite of what I would like. We might still break lower here. Revisit up here would be really good. A revisit of this shelf here would be good for us to make a decision. Up here. Any revisit here and see how we act would be good to potentially sell. They are bidding off this now, so that level is holding up well. So we have to see, do we resell up into here, either 50s or 64s? Do they resell it, or are they just going to bid all the way back up to the high of day now? So here we go. Is the drive into 50s? Is that it? And reselling it. Buyer got a little bit caught there at 37. I'm short on this for a small piece. Didn't get to where I wanted. Let's see. Watching 25s here, if there's a seller stepping back in or not. I want to see us flush under 20s because that's where the buyers came. Here we come. Got to get back under 20s. Here we go. Here we go. Peeling some off here. You can hear me on my hotkeys as we come into 20s. They can hold this here and re-rip. Don't want them to re-rip. Want to let go of 20s and revisit 300. And then I want to use that buyer down there as pain to go lower. Get under that 300. Get under that 300 now. Thank you very fucking much. That'll do. Here we go, baby. Runners on deck. And let's see, how low can we go? All right, now we're flipping this. So failed to reclaim. Like I said, there were buyers piling in down here. It's why I didn't want to bid it. I didn't like seeing the buyers be aggressive here. We came back up. We sold this. I sold this, covered some 20, covered some 300, and now holding to see how low can we go. So value area low from yesterday coming up. And then we're looking for gap fills. Here we fucking go, baby. Don't tell me. I don't tell you what I'm looking at. I don't want to hear it today. Okay, here we go, baby. If we get lucky, we get down here. You must pay yourself a bit into value area low from yesterday. If we get acceptance undervalued area low then from yesterday, it means all the buyers will become trapped and we can come down into some of these levels. But we are paying ourselves no matter what. I do not want to see reclaims of 300 here. I will cut on a reclaim of 300. So we're tapping 300. It's where a buyer is currently caught. Right, we do not want him to be let out. If he gets let out, we will push to 20 probably very, very quickly. So we do not want 300 to be reclaimed. So far, so good. They're bidding at 40s now, which is good. They're adding liquidity lower than us at 40s. Come on, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. Wash them. Wash them. We need to snap this here in the 80s where we keep building up a little node here in 80s. We want to wash this and come back down here. No 300 reclaim. Stops at 300 and I'm going to put it at 303. Oh, it's close. Oh, I'm out. What can you do? If you do me to the tick again, get the fuck out of here. You do me to the tick. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I could have risked sevens, I guess. I could have risked sevens. Oh. Oh, you prick tease. You fucking prick tease. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Motherfuckers. I was trying to risk the imbalance. Oh my god. Yeah, it's gonna go good. Good. You guys should hold. Don't do what I just did. Fuck me. You guys look good. So high time frame algo here. This is developing profile. So this is discount on the week. All right. So on the current week that's developing, this area here is discount. Everything under that deep discount. This is your gap fill. This is previous day's low. So these are like sort of runner scenarios here. I want this back above 303s just so I don't feel so shit. Oh my God. They are watching the stream, guys. They are watching the stream. I was trapped at, where are you saying? At 34? No, 300 is currently the level. And then above that, I would say 16 and 20. 34, no, not really. Nothing up there. 300 and then 317 and 319 or 320 is what I'd be watching. Right, this guy here is the big guy that's stuck. Remember when down here I said they're piling in? And I piled in. Look who got long up there. Some idiot that we shorted into once we started leaving 30s. There's the short back down. We pushed through this by a couple of ticks and take Alex out. And there's a chance to expand lower now. Really good. Looks really good. Oh, well, I would have way preferred the higher day short. But you know what we did well there, folks? We ignored the chop. All right, so thesis didn't come in. We wanted the short today above here. All right, and we considered a long here if we didn't get that short. But we did not set up the long here. What we set up is liquidity being built here. Everyone who bought this today looking for that move got trapped. We broke down. We don't let them out. Then we play trend for continuation. All right, so it requires patience, guys. Like, it's all the market requires is patience and understanding. Let it do this bullshit and let it leave the area and then let it fail to reclaim for a continuation. Go short now? No, I wouldn't be going short now. The short was here, wasn't it? I drew it out for you. Quite literally drew it out for you. That's it. Momentum, patience, momentum, and location. TP for shorts. Well, you definitely in and around here. So previous day value area low was 1. I would say current week low 50s is 1. I would say 218s for previous day close is 1. I'd say previous day low at 200s is 1. Underneath that, 150 for that overnight swing point. You know what? We get pretty thin as we start getting under these 250s, guys. I'll be honest with you. Underneath these 250s for this current week, we actually get pretty thin. Look at this P shape. This is the current developing week since Sunday open. If we get under this, we're pretty thin. I would be watching this move here to 100, 110s. I think this is possible here, guys. I think that's possible right now. If you get under 250s, you might get a runner to 110s. Which means what? You would have got a huge winner. I'm watching 250s. So what's that? That's 80 points. And if you lose this, I'd watch 110s. Honestly, I think you can get down into somewhere down here. Fucking hell, mate. I have to be really calm because, like I said at the beginning of stream, I am struggling a little bit today, folks. So I have to be very, very careful about taking something else. Rule above 80% played out beautifully today. Price opens above previous value area high, drops through and holds 80% chance we get value area low. Yep, exactly. Quite right. Shorts from 353, runners left. Nice work. Trading with you after learning your course, becoming fun and profitable. Thank you very much. Awesome, Sam. Thanks again, Alex, for teaching us how to be patient and waiting for the market to react. You're welcome, Doc. Thanks, guys. You didn't get back in. I didn't get back in, Raf. I didn't. Like I said, I have to be very careful with my emotions today. I am. I don't want to like cause drama on chat. I'm not having the best mental health since January, so I have to be careful. This is. I don't want to do something stupid, right? When I position well, if I know I'm not really sharp right now, I can't be doing something stupid like entering late, which there's more of a chance I do if I don't feel like really on the money. Nice info risk. No, it's all good, guys. I'm not going to end the stream now. I'll stay with you for a bit. All right, gap now filled. Same on ES. That yellow line is your cash gap. Same on ES. ES coming to cash gap. So this is a big TP. Same on SPY, same on QQQ. So you're coming into cash gap. The yellow line on your chart is cash gap. If we get under there, that's under the previous day close. So cash gap now filled. You're now looking at previous day low, and I would hold runners for 110. I would take a big chunk out here for the cash gap fill, and I'd be looking for 110 now. Get my everyday dose. Yeah, that's what I'm about to go and do. Look at the VIX, guys. Does anyone remember what we said? If the VIX holds a bid there, where we think we might get short. Remember at the start of the stream? Let's see if you guys remember. Right above the blue level, and we said if it comes into here and holds and rips, that will give good confluence for the short. Well, there's the hold. It didn't even get there. They were so aggressive, which would have been better if we'd got to here, right? Then the VIX would have got to the blue box, and we could have got short really, really high on the day. It's just is what it is. It's not. Wasn't A+, but it's good. All right, you look good. Here's previous day low, and you're now holding for 110s. Oh my god! Oh my god! What a trade! Just a casual 200 pointer for you guys on stream again. All right, so they're bidding 170 and 155s. You get under the 155s, you get 110s. They're getting aggressive here. Move your stop down with this because they're getting very, very aggressive. You do not want like that fast snapback and to lose 50, 60 points on a fast one. All right, I think you should get 110s towards 110s here. Here you go, folks. Fuck me. What's at the 110s? The previous week, if you go to the previous week volume profile, you will see a shelf develop into that area. All right. If we look at previous week, remember I just said, if we lose current week, remember this is current week, we're very thin under here. We can reprice to here, right? So we have overnight low there as well. So 140 to 110 is big level. But this level here is what I'm looking at, whether they find a bid on this shelf from the previous week. So if we think about this pivot, pivot hold, we're coming back for this level here, right? We're coming back to back test it. If they lose it, look, we do have a naked point of control down here. This is what I was looking for this week. Anyone who's joined me this week will well know I've talked numerous times about I think we will set a bull trap between here, and I will look to trade that down to the old naked point of control. That is what I really wanted to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We talked about it yesterday. We've talked about it in Discord extensively. This is not... yeah, this isn't like what would you call it? Like after the fact moment. This is what I have been looking for. Even Foster Scott said yesterday, setting up the weekly model. Well, there's anyone who's done the course will know the weekly model, what I'm looking for backside of the week. Try and find it for you when I put it in Discord. Here we go. Even in Discord, I stuck it in here. So on the 9th, what was that, a couple of days ago? What I'm looking for, up to anywhere above 500 towards 700 for a retest back down lower to that old naked point of control. It's the same move, guys. Same move. Right, you're almost there. Look at that, into the 140s. You are almost there. All right, so be very, very careful. Like I said, you don't want this to rip your face all the way back up now. You do not want this to rip your face all the way back up. Now, they're going to try and sell 190s at the moment. There's a seller up there, 300 lot. He might spoof and lift. So you got very close to this grey box. I was looking for this. Well, this grey box is the bid, right? The 140 to the 110s. They came, what, a tick or two shy of it? There or thereabouts. You're there or thereabouts. You're becoming my new favorite morning guy to watch. Your analysis has been great. Thanks, Josh. Let's read all this. You're brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the positive talk. Out for the day. You're the best live trader ever. Nice. Hopefully you got some good wins. Alex, some of my indicators need to be updated. Do they really? Let me know which ones, Max. That's news to me. Nice trade. I was looking for someone to validate my short and I found you. That makes me laugh. Yeah, I think it's a short. Let me hop on YouTube and see if anyone else does. What happens if it was a long and you thought it was a short and you went on, I don't know, you went on Top Shit and they told you full port longs here. Can I please explain the cash gap? Yeah, it's the close of 4 o'clock. So it's not the close that you would have in the futures market at 5 o'clock. It's the close of 4 o'clock. Why 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock is when cash finishes trading. All right. So we think about 9:30 to 4 o'clock, that is your New York hours. So I care about those New York hours because that is when cash trades. Same reason why I do my profile based on 9:30 to 4 o'clock. For me, everything is based on cash, where volume is. Just bought back my positive day from a down day. Nice. My initial plan was to buy 300 before I joined the live. Thanks, man. You saved my ass. No worries. Yeah, I mean, I was considering it. But like I said, the tape was really bad here. This is an important lesson for you guys, is I was considering the buy here. I said, I'll be interested in a buy here if I see what I like in here. I didn't see what I liked. I saw the opposite of what I like. I saw big buyers trying to buy it. You might think, well, why isn't that what you like? What I want to see is big sellers being absorbed by big buyers. I want big aggressive sellers, big passive buyers to try and do this move. I do not want big market buyers there. That is not a good sign. That is a sign that we might well do this. All right, 110s are on deck here, folks. 140 to 110s. So I would pay yourself here. You're developing a bit of a range here now. You're so goated. Keep streaming. You're paying my bills. That's nice. Good to know. How would I classify the setup based on what risk reward, or what do you mean with VP? How would you classify a setup based on? I'm not sure what you're asking there. Maybe I'm just not understanding. I'm sorry. Feel free to rewrite it for me. I can't say how much I've learned from you. My mental health is shit. To you help me control. That's great, Joey. Oh, thank you. Who just give that? Taylor. Enjoy the coffee. We appreciate it. They're so kind, Taylor. Thank you very much for that super chat. Yeah, don't revenge trade. One of you just said you revenge traded. Don't be revenge trading, guys. No, none of that. None of that. None of that. Do I live stream every day? Yes, I do. Monday to Friday. 9:15. It's really important you guys join me at 9:15. Here's the 10s. We're going to get these 10s, hopefully. Do not want a fail breakdown here. There's a big seller stepping in these lows. They are bidding at 25. We have an old node at 20. We should get 10s, but just like the grey box is a big cover point for me. So I'd be paying yourself a lot into here. If you get lucky, you could look for this. But I'm not convinced we go too much lower than this. If we do go a lot lower than this, then it's possible if they want to do a big shakeout, we're going to go to 24,800. I would rather they save that for tomorrow for me when I hopefully feel a little bit better. Plus 4K, I could hug you, Alex. Nice, Ian, nice work. Yeah, tricky start of market today. Yeah, it was very tricky. Thank you for your daily analysis, Alex. Can we catch another move on the way? Can we catch another move? Look, maybe there's a bid back up, but we have to be aware we are now leaving volume. All right, this is the kind of play that we talk about. When we leave volume, it can get aggressive. We're going to be stuck between two areas. So current week's volume, all right, we're leaving current week's volume. All right, if we're leaving this, we can get aggressive. We have to respect this guy and this guy here. So our cover points are this guy and this guy here. Maybe we get follow through. We're going to have to wait and see if we're going to do this move now or if they're going to save it for later in the week. But I would say your edge has gone now unless we start rejecting all this. If we start rejecting these nodes, we can look for a new trade down. I wouldn't be looking for a new trade down unless we take out liquidity, develop liquidity, and sell. What do I mean by that? Take out liquidity, create liquidity, resell for the next level of liquidity, or push back up, reject key level, resell back down. Longs today are going to be very tricky. You're going to be counter trend to when we are leaving big volume. It's very, very risky to do it. We are due a pop, right? There's your 10s. You just hit the 10s. There you go. So that is your TP. Just a casual 210 pointer for you guys on stream. If you want to hold to see if we get down towards 24,800, by all means do it. I wouldn't blame you. You know, if you were short from here and if you've had micros or your big size minis and you just have one left, sure, why not? See what it can fucking do, right? You never know. We might really go for that naked point of control. It would be hilarious if Alex got stopped out to the tick and it does the full move in one day. That would be just my luck. Would you try and follow trend? Yeah, it's best to follow trend, definitely. It's the much easier trade. Much easier trade is to follow trend. What upgrade do I use on Bookmap? You're going to need the global or global plus. I have global plus, but you might be fine with global. And you need data. Is joining Discord free, or do you need to take your course? Yeah, it's, the only course that would get you Discord is beginner to advanced. It's like I've talked about. You might be new on stream. It's just so that everyone in that Discord, okay, is trading the same way. It's for everyone's protection. Free Discords or monthly paying Discords, when you're not trading the same way, for me, I think are problematic. It's how you get arguments in chat. You put people off trading. What we have is 200 plus traders trading the same style, looking for the same things, which means they can support each other, and varied levels of traders, which means when I'm not there, they can still support each other. I'd still be watching these nodes now. You've hit TPs, but technically you can stay short if this stays rejecting. You do not want it to develop here, all right? Because you don't want to really be giving back 100 points, do you? Right, so technically, if you reject 50-ish, right, technically you can continue, but I would be very careful about this snapback. We're very thin in here. Call that whole move, Alex. You're the best. You're welcome. Am I looking for a long? No, not anymore. Do I live stream every day? Yes. Cut some short with smart moves. Got to stay disciplined. Still made 300. Nice work. I'm also out for the day. I'm up 2K, down 2K, back up 1K. Hey, that is a walk away moment, right? If you're up 2K, give it back and went down 2K and you're now positive, just walk away. 5-minute orb doesn't lie until it does. Yeah. Same with every trade. It doesn't lie until it does. And people lie. Out of the day, super green, Alex. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you have all these indicators in your course? Yeah. A free version of this comes with the course. Free version of this. But you can upgrade if you want it, and you can upgrade if you want it for Ninja as well. You're welcome. All the breakdowns. Start with TJR, and he taught me a lot. But the way you break down is incredible. TJR taught you a lot. That is the first time I've heard someone say that. But love from India. Yeah, love back to you, man. Re-entering at 290s. Is it dangerous? I might have missed this. This might be old. We're way away from 290s now. Sorry, I might be way down on chat. You've loved trading since you found me. Nice. Can I explain the trade? You missed it yet? I'll re-explain it very, very shortly. Can you still trade futures at 4 p.m.? Yeah, you can trade 4 to 5 p.m., but then we have a break 5 to 6, and then they reopen 6. Here we go, folks. Oh, this runner's going to pay. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right, grey box is a next level that I had marked. I'm going to check what that was from now. What are you from? I think we're sliced through that, honestly. There is a bit of a node there. Oh, man. I am not ruling out a move to 24,800 today. I'm not ruling out this. That will be a 528 point short by the end of the day if it pays, if it plays. Most of you should have made all your money anyway. I'm not ruling that out. Thanks, guys. All the new guys that's subscribing. Oh, crumpled fedora. Adding the pain onto me. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Corey Miller, I recommend Alex YouTube on volume placement and use, the best I've seen so far. Nice. I like the fact you don't scam anyone. I've been watching your stream for a couple of days. Thank you a lot. Beginning with order flow using Sierra charts. Awesome. Nice, man. I don't mess with TJR. No, like you trade CFDs. That says everything you need to know in my book. But no, if you think he made all that money from trading, you are bonkers, mate. Alex, genuine question. Is order flow and footprint equally effective for London session also? Yeah, it's the same thing for all the sessions. Obviously, you have less volume, but you'd be looking at the same kind of things, right? So be looking at, if I was trading London, I would be looking at the previous day and the current day. So the current day, if I was trading London, is I'll be looking at Asia. Where are those traders trapped in Asia? Where are the high volume nodes in Asia? Where are the low volume nodes? Where do I think we can trade to and trade to search for liquidity? Where are we going to build? All the same stuff, right? You just have to be aware that you're trading lower volume, all right? For me, that doesn't mean you use more size. It means you use less. You might make less money, but it can skip. If you get a news piece come or a big player on the book in Asia and London, it will run you. You have a 5-20 point stop, you're going to get lifted 30-40 points. Love your British accent. Where are you from? Well, originally from Sussex, but I lived in London until from 18 to 30. How old am I now? To 34, and then now I live in Los Angeles. $1,600 viewers. Are we really? That's incredible. Smash that like button for me, folks. This stream is growing and growing and growing and growing. But yeah, you guys have already locked well over 200 points in here. All right, and this is the ultimate target. I don't know if we do this today. This was my target this week. All right, this is what I wanted this week. All right, this week I was waiting and waiting and waiting for this move here to do this move. I was looking for this to happen on this day, on this exact day. I was looking for this to happen. Those who have done the course will know why. And then I'm looking for this move down to here because this is a naked previous week point of control. That would be my ultimate target. I don't know if we get it today, folks. It might be that we save this and we build some range out here for the rest of the day. We might come and revisit. I don't know. But this is my ultimate target this week if we can do it. Do not let this run back. This is very, very steep since the last swing point. Since we got in, this is very, very steep. You have a bump here. All right. Do not let this. We're already reclaiming 96s. You want to be careful here, folks. You might want a full TP. Unless you're willing to sit in this all day, you might want a full TP out now. Can I look at gold? I'll look at gold shortly. Best feeling back trading after a week, immediately jump on the wrong side of the market. Oh, Peter, sorry to hear that. Why don't I like CFDs? Because the guys that you're following can manipulate what they're saying they've ordered and bought and haven't. And it's not a centralized exchange. It's, yeah, not good, man. Lucid trading website down? I don't know. I haven't checked. Not sure. I know it was down yesterday. Who's this guy spamming? Show us your profits. Do you want to get blocked? What, who is this guy? Right, you're getting blocked, mate. That's like 1 million messages. What is wrong with people? No, I've put him on timeout. Don't worry, guys. What do I think about ICT if I pass test? What do you mean if you pass test? Look, I will say this and I say it clearly. Some of ICT's teachings are very good. They are not all his own. They are regurgitated of others' teachings. But I do think he has made models, let's say, which people can understand and digest. Do I think everything he says is truthful? No, absolutely not. Does he make the algorithm? No. Is there one centralized algorithm? No, other than a liquidity provider, there isn't. Does he lie about a lot of things? Yes. Is he a compulsive liar? Yes. Did he speak to God? I doubt it. Did he get kidnapped in a white van? I doubt it. But can it help you be a better trader? Yeah, probably. You claim you're a trader, yet you can't make a single profitable trade for me. I'm down 1,700. What are you talking about? Sorry, if you've lost money, that is on you. I have not called one trade which hasn't worked on stream today. That is on you, mate. That is literally on you. You will never be successful until you change that attitude, because you will look for excuses of why everyone else is making you lose money instead of realizing that it's you who can't trade. That's a fact. So the best thing about trading is it will show you the worst parts of yourself as an individual. It will show you your greed, your fear, your ego. And you, my friend, have all three of those by writing something like that. And that is a fact. And until you can look at yourself in the mirror and journal and get rid of those things, you will never, ever have success trading. If you're going to blame everyone else, it won't happen. And that's not me being harsh. I've been you, mate. I've been in rooms saying to people, you fucking told me to do this, and you did this, and you did this, and you did this. And all it comes down to, I didn't manage my risk. Fact. And today, I gave you a 200-point winner. I didn't get the 200-point winner. I got stopped out, unfortunately. But I gave you a 200-point winner. It's up to you to manage. So seriously, have a hard look at yourself. My goodness. My goodness. Ah, it's wild, man. I ask for some peace in chat today after what I'm going through, and this is what I get. Time to leave the trade. Yeah, I would say so. Unless you're short from down here and you're going to look for the whole swing. If you're short from up here and you're looking for the whole swing, but like we have now developed, we are developing here, right? So they will build liquidity out here. I don't think they're done with it, but they will build out here. It really depends how much you're willing to give back. Are you willing to sit in 100 points giving back? All right, and then look for the bigger swipe down into here. That's the question. That is up to you to manage. Yeah, I know. Someone emailed me that yesterday. I might go members only. I do subs only. I might have to start doing members only in chat because it is getting ridiculous. VIX catching a VIX is trading between two blocks. So VIX just failed that 19 test, all right, and it's going to come back and test towards 1836s. And it will need to catch a bid between 1836s and 1813. If it does that, we have a huge inverse head and shoulders developing on VIX with a failed break lower, a very, very good bear trap on VIX. And if they catch this bid, they can run it higher on VIX. Welcome to the team, Frosty. Where can I get volume node indicator? This is okay. I'll do it the one time today. It's the only time I'm saying it today, guys. It is in Nightbot has told you constantly. You come down to here, all right? Forecasting and measuring tools. You go to anchored volume profile. All right. You anchor it to the 9:30 open. If you're going to do what I'm doing, you don't have to do that, but that's what I do. 9:30 open. These are how you have it. Width 20, placement right, inputs, tick per row. I have it set to 2. If you want to use numbers of rows, you can have it set to 1,000. That is all you change, right? That is all you change. Yeah, I know, James. That's why I haven't done it yet, but it is tough. Anton, bro, you're the best. I went over my 53,000, my Apex with your help today. Thank you, bro. Yes, okay. Gold. You asked for gold and silver. All right, let's have a look at gold and silver for you guys. All right, nice bid on gold off this key level. I would be very careful with failed follow through still. Let me just clean this up so I can see the high. But it is a hedge to dollar. I wouldn't be trading silver the same way as gold. If one's got a chance of going, it's going to be gold. All right, so we're failing 61 fib. All right, so your pullback was very clearly into this key level. If we think about very, very basic principles, all right, we're breaking out, pullback, build liquidity, breakout, retest, and go. Massive wash into what? This area here where we broke out from. All right, so we expect a first bounce from there. Where have we come up to? 61, all right? If we fail 61 fib or anywhere around here, and I will put some volume on shortly, we will start doing moves like this for a bit while it builds liquidity. If we fail this shelf, then that's when you'll get extension down. Until that point, we don't need to be uber bearish because it might be that it wants to reclaim and hold. Let's just have a quick look. Okay, so you can see even here, look at the node that held. That's why I had the gray box there. So we dipped in front of that node. We've reclaimed. We're very, very thin here above 27s, aren't we? All right, so bears will want to protect this because that means bulls are all caught up here. All right, so it's a 61 and it's volume. All right, so I would be short. I would be positioning short against that. All right, I'd be looking for a short against that for a rotation, taking profits on the way down and waiting to see, is this failed follow through? All right, but I would be paying myself here. What I would not be doing is positioning myself long into it. If you're going to get long now and you haven't got a pullback, you are going to need to wait for it to base and hold above this shelf to offer that back up. All right, hopefully that helps. And I will look at silver as well. Silver will not be as good, I'm telling you, because it is not a hedge. It's way overextended. There you go. So silver, same kind of story. Failing to reclaim shelf. All right, if we just put shelf on. First bounce was sold into, which is your typical failed follow through. So high to low. We came into shelf. They sold the shelf. Same thing as I just talked about on gold, what they might do in gold. They've resold this shelf. We've broken down for a new low here. All right, and we found a bid right into here, this node here. If they fail again up here, then there might be follow through and a collapse down into the next nodes. All right, if they reclaim this shelf, then there's a chance of a squeeze. Same story. It's exactly the same setup, but silver is not a good hedge in the market to dollar, and this move is fucking stupid. All right, this move is not the same. This is ridiculous. $310% ripper since March. No, mate. Unsustainable. Parabolic. It's like a small cap. Parabolic. The moment you saw your gran and your granddad trying to buy it and adverts coming on TV and radio, you knew it was game over. All right, so right into the edge of this. If they start reclaiming this, then they're going to start squeezing and they're going to go and back test previous day low, previous day close. So longs now are starting to try and bid this up. It is a question of if and where shorts come in. Like I said, you should be done with it unless you're trying to hold for the whole swing, which I said I'd be looking for this by Friday. I'm not necessarily looking for it today. Which chart do I look at for gold and silver? The futures market or whatever's on COMEX. You're in SPY calls off where? Like they're 90s then, I'm guessing, on SPY. You're back to previous day low here on SPY. So this is a big, big, big level on SPY. I will tell you there is a buyer still stuck at 190. All right, so we now have we're trading back into these levels, right? We've had some big buys step in. There is still a buy stuck at 190s. We have some imbalances to fill if they want to go rippy. So 190, big level here while they make a decision now. Tapped into him. No acceptance above him yet. There is an imbalance here. They're going to get tight here. They have to make a decision. If they sell him, we will wash back down. If they get above him, there is a squeeze out. Still can't get through this buyer. He's a big boy. 200 that he got caught. Here you go. So they're selling against him right now. And we're going to come back down to VPOC probably into 50. So 90 to 50, a possible rotation here. So 90 to 50. Possible rotation. If they rebid 50, they will try and take out that 90. There are loads of imbalances higher here. No, I'm not going over the setting and volume profile one more time. I'm sorry. I do it every day here 10 times. It is in the Nightbot. Just scroll up, Nightbot, literally above where you've written, like 4 lines above you, Danny. It literally tells you. I trade using anchor volume profile. I set it to 2 ticks. It's anchored at 9:30 New York Open. Blue and red boxes on my chart are high and time frame SNR levels. Grey boxes on my chart are key levels of volume. It's all there. It's right there above you. It's not about you. It's just, honestly, I have to do it on stream every single day. It's too much. There's free videos on my YouTube on it. Still tapping into this guy at 190. You're stuck. Through that, they can try and squeeze. So you've got previous day low and previous day close above. All right, I'm going to get myself that coffee, I think. I need it for myself. What I will do is we will do a giveaway before I go. Let's set you guys up. There you go, 190 still rejecting. So 90s to 50s still the level. Just give it to you. But, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. Apparently everyone in chat wants to fucking call me out today. It's literally just done it in one candle. Hold your head, mate. All right, we'll give away an Apex account here. Currently 80% on sale. Use code FCT for Apex. All right, if you type it in chat once, please don't spam. Please, I'm begging you, please don't spam. You won't win if you spam, all right? Just type it once in chat. I'm going to go and brew myself a coffee. When I get back, I'm going to pick a winner. Stay here, chat. Sorry, guys. All right, let's pick this winner. Chili Lifestyle X9E. Chili Lifestyle X9E. Are you there, Chili Lifestyle? Chili Lifestyle. Are you there? Delete this, maybe. Give you a couple more seconds to say you're here. If you've switched streams, we'll be giving the Apex account to someone else. All right, so a little poke through 190, failed into previous day low, and Globex lost the 190s and 150s. And now I have to see if they put in a higher low. We can have a look on order flow to see who's trapped down here. Like we said, buyer caught here. There, another huge buyer came in. You can see these buyers keep getting caught. They are piling in here. 290, 163, 235. You see the delta. They are too aggressive here. If they do not break out, they will cause a new low, all right, or at least a retest towards these guys. 100 and then 90s, really. So they need to get above their average price here. Otherwise, they're going to be in big trouble. Big trouble. Because they keep piling in here with some serious size. Okay, we haven't had him turn up, so we're going to re-roll. I'm just picking the winner now. FC Mike, 1969. You are a regular. I know you are regular, so hopefully you are here, my friend, for an Apex account. FC Mike. Are you here? FC Mike. POC lifted now to shifted to here. This is a big level now for the nice work, dude. This is our level for the day. All right. Under here, they're looking for a rotation. You need to be very careful. If you are going to take this short, you must be covering some down here because you are shorting very low, which is not what I would be doing. If they reclaim this, we will get a re-squeeze up into this. All right, so they're trying to reclaim. They're going to look for the reclaim and squeeze. So look for a second leg up, and then maybe they refade that down into this thin vol. All right, these are your over-unders, these levels for the day. Dude, can you just email me, info@flowzonetrader.com. Just send me the screenshot, and I'll get you set up. Thank you, my friend. All right, we do one more giveaway. Hey, Alex, should I mark up the previous week volume profile on an hourly or a minutes chart on TradingView? I actually do it on an hourly, but it's far more accurate if you do it on a minute chart. What you find with TradingView is the lower time that you do it on, the more accurate it will be. It's whether you've got the patience to do it. It's whether you've got the patience. All right. Let's see if Alex can log back in here and look for another trade. See how far we lift here. Watch this. Initial balance to VWAP looks probable here, doesn't it? Midpoint looks very probable here. VIX into this key level now. Needs to find a bid here in the 18s on the VIX. If and when the VIX finds a bid here, I think we will have a shot at a reshort down. Last time sellers came in was at 39 and 50. All right, so we're going to watch those levels. We have an imbalance at 56 up to 64. And obviously previous day value area low up at 300 again, which was the big level that we traded away from. So we're lifting up into these levels right now. It's a little bit squeezy. How high can they go for this lift? They are bidding or offering, sorry, at 260 right now. We've just left a huge imbalance in that last candle. If they can trap enough buyers up here, there will be a decent wash back down on a second leg. But let's see what we do. We know GEX level today was at 300 and we lost that. So that's a big level to watch. Here we go into the VWAPs like we talked about. So a big imbalance here into where these sellers are. Big GEX level above into 300. How do we operate here? Do they re-squeeze higher and higher and higher? Or are we game over here? How much further can they squeeze this basically? Can they get back to threes or not? Huge imbalance on the way up there. Big old squeeze after leaving this volume. Let's see how high we can go. And if they offer a short once they trap enough. So at 350 same level, or 250, sorry, 350, 250 same level as before. Wonder if they can lift higher here. Watching this into 80s. I think it's 80s. They're starting to get a little bit stuck here. Not a lot of buyers trapped in that. Just some selling into 60. Not a huge amount of buyers trapped in that. And then this is done yet. Yes, probably wants VWAP as well, I would imagine. Here's the imbalances. In towards the VWAP. Remember, 300 is the massive level. Big old squeeze. Once they're done with the squeeze, they probably let it go back down the other way. Probably just trap enough buys in at the highs and then they'd be done. It's just, do they do it here or do they do it up into 300? If they reclaim 300, it's a huge recovery. But I'm interested in how we operate around here now. Do we offer a sell back down from here? Do they trap enough buyers? Here's the start, still absorbing. So sellers got stuck at 50s before. So we're watching those 50s for acceptance underneath for a drastic snap right the way back down after a squeeze out. We haven't tapped VWAP yet on the indexes, worth noting. Watching this very, very, very carefully here. Still bidding in front of the 50s right now. They're looking to trade higher still. Once we lose 50s, there might be a play. They've walked this bid up pretty aggressively. Here's the 50 tap again, still absorbing it. Still looking for higher. They're still trying to squeeze this. Here it goes, VWAP. So 80s and then 300s, the big level, remember the GEX level. Still watching these 50s for a trigger entry if I'm going to see continuation short under 60s. Watching this, under 50s, sorry, watching this here. Still absorbing that there. Very interested in this short when they're done with it. Do they want to lift it up here is the question. Do they want to get all the way up to 65s? That would be a huge move if they were able to do that. Waiting for backside. Sip of the coffee while we wait. No, audio's not way low. I'm just talking low. I'm running out of energy. Okay, do they go 300s then? By the looks of it, they want to retap these 300s. I think we will get stuck somewhere around here. Unless they lift through this node here and get all the way up into the 65, I think we will probably see it get stuck and a rotation back to 80 is probably coming soon. It is probably coming soon. Maybe on the new hour, after the new hour. Watching these 40s and 50s, that's where the sellers keep getting stuck. Once we get under that, we might see continuation lower. Here we go, 40s. Do they fill these imbalances now? Still bidding 40s. They're going to flush this through the 40s and fill this little imbalance to 35s or not? Reselling here at 50s. All right, we might see a wash here if this seller steps in. Here's the imbalance. Filled the imbalance. Does this seller hold 50s now? He's there at 50s. We want to see if he's actually going to hold it or not. If he holds it, I'll consider a join. I'm not convinced we're done yet, but if he holds it, I'll consider a join. He's filled. I think they might squeeze a little bit higher here. Trying to time this if I'm going to get involved. We have buyers caught above 63s. And we have sellers caught at 40s right now. And that's the 20 points. That's all they've got right now. VIX is not finding a bid where it needed to find a bid. So sliding back down, finding a bid now on PDC, trading up to PDH on VIX. I'm interested in this short. I'm just waiting to see if we let go of 40s or not. They keep rebidding 40s. If we keep trapping sellers here, there's nothing I can do. Right? They keep rebidding versus this guy here. These are all the imbalances we can fill if this guy takes over, and we can maybe trade down to 190 at least. So that's what I'm looking to trade if possible. Here we go, back to 40s again. Watching this again. If this guy just leaves the tape and lets it go, I will join short. We already did the giveaway. You're asking how to do the giveaway. We already did the giveaway. No, I'm not in yet. I'm watching the 40s. I'm not in yet. We are still absorbing 40s. I will need to either see a break under 40s that gets sold into aggressively to join, or I'm going to need to see a push up towards 300s, which is sold into, where they trap buyers. I do not want to just enter here and wait. I want to see a reaction. I do not want to enter early and just wait. That would be a front side short. I don't want a front side short. I want a backside short, right? So I need them to leave and do this, or I need them to push and do something like this and trap buyers up here. I do not want to just enter there. There is no trade here to just enter there. This should be here. 40s again. All right, still perking my interest at 40s. Do they snap this now? They're coming in. They're still trying to bid 30s. Here's the first imbalance filled. Now, do we get a reaction at 40? I want to see a seller step in, back in at 40. Not seeing it yet. They're trying. They're still bidding 30. They're still stepping up. I think we're going to wash a little bit deeper, but not enough. Come on. What are you going to do? Are you going to do one more shove up, you dirty dog? They keep stacking 30s and 20s. There's still a bid on the tape here. It just trapped a few more people here again, sell side. There's no follow through sell side yet. Watching 40s again on this next tap in to see what happens. Straight through it, no trade. Yeah, I think they're not done with it. I think they need to do like one more squeeze out or something at the moment. It feels close. Where are we on that hourly? Just like, can they lift to 312s? It's very possible looking at developing week. It's very, very, very possible. I'm looking at this. Very possible that they want to come further up into this node here. Very possible. Big wash, save. You know, we found bids. We will see. If that's so I can see the hourly better. We'll see. Okay, stuck at grey box again. Still interested. I just wonder if they need to lift. We're still interested here. It's looking very messy on the charts here. I just got caught at 45 in the last 5-minute candle, but we're not accelerating away from him back down to the 190s, which is what I'm looking for. They're trying to sell now. They're trying to now sell these lows. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on then. Let's get to 200s and 190s. Do not want any reclaim of 40s here, folks. All right? No reclaim of 40s. We are into imbalances. You can take partials on the way. Do not be like overstaying your welcome if they start on a reclaim, all right? Because this dip can hold. I would love it to get down into 180s and below. That's what I'd really like. They're trying to bid 20s here. Look at this aggressive bid at 20s. We should sell through this 20 if he gets stuck to 200. Come on, come down to 200 for me. He's still bidding 20s. Keeps refreshing. Come on, get under him. Come on. Get down to 200 and then let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Patience, guys. Patience. Patience. All right, let's see how low we can go. Let's see if we can get to 190s. Is the twos. Is the bid at twos. If we lose this, we should go 190. There's a bigger bid at 160. Here we go, folks. Here we fucking go. Hey, didn't tell me what to do. Shut the fuck up. Not in the mood for it today. How many times did I tell you? I will get in if we leave 140s. If we leave 140s aggressively. I don't know what else to say. So bidding 200s. If we lose 200s, I'm going to cover some 190s and then 160s. All right, so they're bidding this shelf here. We want to cover some into this shelf here. All right, they're trying to hold this here. All right, so we're going to cover some here and then 60s. All right, so we're going to be most out into here because we will then expect to bounce. And if they sell that bounce, we will look for a new low. We're early here because they can still do this, but we are positioned well versus this volume. All right, and we're covering some and some more here. And if they lift and they resell it, we can look for lower. I'm watching this guy at 200. Don't want to reclaim a 30s. We have an imbalance right at 30s, and that big shelf was at 39.75. So don't want to reclaim a 30s. Here we go. Come on, follow through, follow through, follow through, follow through, follow through. Come on. Get through this guy at 200. Come on, 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 come on. Let's go. It's only a 56 lot here. I just want to see us trade through him and snap. Now, the big buyer is at 190. That's where I really want to cover. I really want to cover more at 190. He's added more size here. He's determined to hold up 200 right now. I want to be careful with ES at previous day low here. Want it to snap previous day low. Don't want it to reclaim it. Here we go. Get through this fucking guy. Come on. Come on, sellers. Here we go. Go, 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 go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go, folks. Covering a little piece into here if I can get there. Do not want to see them wash and reclaim. Oh, you dirty fucks. All you had to do is drop down a tiny bit more to hit my TP. What did you hit there? 92s. You missed me by 2 points. That might be it. That might be all we get. It might be all we get. Be very, very careful now. Come on. Come on. You guys saying uptrend, baby. We are not uptrend, baby. We are not uptrend, baby. We are downtrend, baby. This is pullback, baby. We are leaving volume, baby. We are downtrend. We are two leg. We are pullback. We might well continue down here. Do not think that this is going to do all the way back up there, all right? Do not think we are in uptrend. It's not necessarily the case right now. We are starting to leave volume trapped at 310s and above, right? We are starting to leave volume trapped at 310s and above this week. We are starting to reject that after a failed breakout. We are starting to reject that. We are digging down into previous week levels right now. We have a naked point of control, which it wants to revisit. This is not a big pro trend update, all right? Do not think that. Is Lucid better than TPT? They're just different. It's not that they're better. They're just different, right? Different. Can I call you baby again? Yeah. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I need a breakdown here. All right. Trimming some there. And if we get under this guy, if we get under this guy, we're going to look to trade into 50s and 60s, right? If we can get under this big blue line, we're going to look to trade down here because that will mean these big buyers will start being stuck. And this is what we're talking about. If they keep chasing and we can keep coming under their price, if we can get under 150 today, there is a good chance that we will auction down to the lows again. All right, but this level here is massive. This is not a made up level. This is quite genuinely where they've been trading in and around. Here we go. Come on, let's see if there's acceleration under 90s. So I'm out a decent size here. Let's just see if we can get acceleration down. Grey box. POC, I'd really love it if we let go of this, if we let go of 50s and 60s. Right? We know that they might well want to bid here. They will want to protect here, but I tell you what, if we do this, we are coming back for this. I don't know how it stayed on stream so long. We're going to get it. Come on. Come on. Stop saving it. This guy on the tape is relentless down here. This is maybe the same guy as the other day. Is it the same level that we're bidding? Oh, it is. It's the same level where we had that relentless bidding on Monday. Interesting. Interesting. It's probably the same guy gobbling up down here. Still think there's a wash, potentially. Is that the Tyson setup? It was a bit dirty because we set the low, we didn't retest the IB, but yes, technically we came in, we set the IB, we traded back to VWAP. We're trying to trade from VWAP back to IB now if possible, but we will respect this. But if we get under that, we're looking for this, aren't we? So this is the Tyson trade, both ways really. All right, IB to VWAP, VWAP to IB. Exactly that. You should be covering a decent chunk here if you haven't already. All right, so we traded from 30s and 40s down to here. All right, if they cannot sell through this, they might well come and revisit this node again, which will not be fun. That buyer's really trying to get aggressive down here. Look at him on Bookmap, just non-stop. Bid, 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 bid. Look, same guy. It's got to be the same guy. I'm out of this, guys. I'm out of this. Same guy. If I show you Bookmap, look at this guy. He is fucking relentless down here, like just gobbling everything possible. Okay, we're going to come and revisit that same level, the 30s and 40s. Sellers need to reject this level. If they do not reject this level, we have a second leg up, a third leg up, sorry. So revisiting 30s and 40s. There you go. There's the revisit of 30s and 40s. All right, why there? Because this is where we just broke down from. All right, understand that this is where we just broke down from. Right, this was the level where I kept saying they're trying to absorb it. Once he gets out of the way, he will stop out. This is him stopping out. There's the wash. We come down into the same level. We bid off. This is why we talk about level to level. All right, we come down to this level. Oh, I don't want that. This level that we just broke out from. All right, bid, back down, retest, stuck between these two. Pro trend is what? It's lower. Technically, pro trend is lower right now. What's my setup, or what do I need to buy and subscribe to have the same data as you? Date for which? Sorry, mate, I'm on different screens here. Do you mean on TradingView? On TradingView, I use my Flowzone Pro right here, which you can buy on my website, or you get a version of the course and just anchored volume profile. And I'm running Bookmap, and on NinjaTrader, I use Twin Peaks for footprint. No, guys, your uptrend is relief right now. Zoom out. Zoom out. Remind me how the market works. Does the market just go like this? No. Create volume. Leave volume. That. What's this? If we've just left this, if we've failed to break out here and we've just left this, this is a pullback. And that should be sold into. If they reclaim up here, okay, fair enough, uptrend, we reclaim. But until that point, unless you were fishing down here, all right, the fact that we've been in a sell and your VWAPs are here, and if we go from the high to the low of the day, coming into the 50%, maybe they get to the 61, which was the 300 level, but sellers should be selling in here, all right? They should be selling in here, looking for this, all right? Or at least looking for this, which we just got, the retest of this, right? If buyers reclaim this, then we can argue we're going to use that liquidity. But right now, I see this as nothing more than a pullback. I know the range is big. I know that this has moved from 25,000, well, it's like, what, 200-point pullback? But that's because we've done a 500 or 600-point sell, all right? So we've done a big sell, pullback. I would expect this to get sold into somewhere around here. We got that first sell down to the node. If they reclaim this level, then we can think about that. Sure, I'm not going to argue with that. But right now, don't get too bullish bias here. Do not get too bullish bias here. Yeah, but the DJ is what, 30 stocks, which are heavily manipulated. And DJ has not got, if we have a look at the breadth right now, VIX is going lower. You are right, VIX is going lower. Right, if we look at the breadth right now, this is probably going to pause as soon as I bring it over. It always does. All right, that's the breadth. All in ES. All right, all in ES. What's big in NQ? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So all the big boys, other than Apple and Nvidia, major sell. All right. What's big in YM? Hello. All right. So why do you think it's pushing? All right. So it's breadth. It's breadth rotation right now, which has been the story since October last year. I mean, you say semis are pumping hard, but you're acting like they're taking out the highs when they're saying that. They're rotating off the lows like NQ is. Can they reclaim is the thing. But I would say, look, if we start breaking out on Nvidia above that high, that morning high, which was also Monday's high, right, which we failed in twice. But if you look at Nvidia, it's probably just doing a 61% retracement. Yeah, it's a golden zone retracement until it proves otherwise. Same thing on this. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm trying to help the best I can, but I'm not going to fight with you guys. If you guys just want to long this because you think the market's pumping and it has to go higher, like I said, it's your book. You do what you want. But all I know is we've left volume. We've left weekly volume. We've broken down. We're pumping back up to retest that. We are likely to try and trade lower. We need to get under this, but the higher probability right now is here to here. And if we lose this here to here, the lower probability right now is to bid here expecting this. That is not a high probability move. Sometimes it happens. I will not deny it. Sometimes it happens. 0TTE goes absolutely bonkers and we go fucking mad. But that is less probable. Ralph, Finviz. Finviz.com. Finviz.com. Exactly, Joe. Exactly, Joe. Ivan, it depends how you're going to turn up and show up today, mate, because I haven't got the patience for it. So if you want to show up and be cool, that's fine. If you've just shown up now and you're going to question everything when we've nailed over 200 points today, it's up to you, mate. It's up to you how you want to show up on stream. It's totally up to you. S&P back to green, not saying we're pumping. I mean, okay. Where's it back to, though? Look, I'll try and help you guys here. Zoom out. Okay, it's gone green. It's a nice recovery. How good is it really? How good is it really? All right, how good is it really? Big sell. Okay, failed to break lower here. Can't deny it. Failed to break lower. That's the start of the relief. Where is it likely to sell? Between here and here. Right? They are likely to sell it somewhere in there. Right? And they're likely to look to return probably to 90 to retest that. I'm not saying it has to break down. But just because it's doing this, when you're like big pump, it's moved 50% off a 100% move. It's retraced 50%, which is likely somewhere around that to be sold into. Likely somewhere around that to be sold into, right? Which is what you're seeing. So to call this a big pump, for me, it's not a big pump. A big pump would be like this. Okay, that's a big fucking pump. Sure, right? And we see that sometimes. We see that. I don't think this is that. I think this is like failure to break lower, failure to break lower. No one wants to short the lows. They're waiting for a retracement into a level which they can sell into. That would be my view on this market right now. But it's just my view. What do I know? Let's see how it plays out. Alex might be wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong. But like I said, I think somewhere between here and here will be an area that they will want to sell, all right, down to here. And under here, they will look to try and get down into these. How did I get those candles with Ninja with the Delta? It's from a place called Twin Peaks, and it's called. I have to look it up. I don't remember what the indicator's called, but it's Twin Peaks. I can post it in chat. Hang on. There you go. You get like a 5% discount with that link as well. It could try and hold and grind to that's it for big moves. Yeah, it could, like it can come up to here, like we said, it can come up to here. A back test of here is very, very possible. It can come up to here. But like, I'm not going to buy this here. I'd much rather wait for buyers to get short, wait for buyers to get trapped and look for the short back down, like we just did here. We just had this move here, right? So the plays today were the leave of here. Was it 40s? I'm trying to remember. It was up here, wasn't it? So this, some of you got all the way down into tens. Tens was the cover point. All right, so some of you got this. All right, and then we just had this. All right, and now we're waiting. If they lift it, like I said, if they want to go turbo today, fine. Go fucking turbo with it all you want, guys. I will not be playing long from here when I quite literally know that we've just left volume. All I'm looking at is the hourly. I don't give a care about anything else. All I'm looking at is who's trapped this week. They are trapped here. And until we reclaim that, they are in trouble. Until we reclaim this node here from Sunday, they are in trouble. All right, so I would expect them to try and sell this for a move back down. And if we break down there, my expectation is we will revisit this at some point this week. If we reclaim this range, then I will shut my mouth and we will go in range rotation and I will not touch it. And if we get above here, then Alex will tell you we're going to pump up here and then we're going to set a trap. And that might be later in the week, but I don't think we will do that now. They should have done that today if they were going to do it. But hey, look, these are just my ideas and my thesis. What do I know? Not a lot. I always talk about, I'm just a 40-year-old man who's pissed off most of the time. Grumpy old man. Yeah, 50 to 61 retracement. Yeah, exactly. So you could line it up with the IB. Here to here. All right, we're right at the 50 right now. The 61 would be into the 300. It's a GEX level as well, which we should have held earlier and chose not to hold and sold through. So we know there'll probably be sellers hanging out there again, right? So, and we have this node developing here now. So if they lift through this node, they will try and lift to 300. If they get through 300, arguably the squeeze is on to 364, right? We're very, very thin. If they get over 300 and they don't sell it, arguably the squeeze is on. I look 30. I'll take that. Where did I learn order flow from? Just self-taught, really. I've used Bookmap forever. I used to use Bookmap in small caps. Bookmap's so useful in small caps because you can see the manipulation really well. Reading a tape in small caps is fucking impossible. Well, at least I found it impossible. Thanks, Carol. Will you be happy if Arsenal wins something? Yeah, well, obviously that would delight me. It's been a long wait. I missed the move earlier because I had to take my kids to school, but I still got 600 times 3. Nice, nice, mate. 1,800 quid. Alex, you mentioned getting in on the breakdown of 240. Do you wait for candle closure? No, I'm not waiting for closure. I'm watching Bookmap when I'm doing that. So if we're leaving a shelf like here, all right, when we know that this is a shelf here, I'm waiting to see the buyers get caught on Bookmap and aggressive sellers start to go from passive sellers to aggressive, and then I'm joining for that move. All right, maybe you're going to get 300s. I will have egg on my face. If we get above 300s and base and go rip to the highs, I'm going to look like, well, just fucking what are you going to do, mate? Right, market will do what it wants. But I'm not fighting against it, that's for sure. I am 40. 85, baby. I'm new here. Is this guy good? No, he's terrible. Do you recommend leaving limit orders in key areas? No, not really. I think it's really dangerous to do that unless you're playing a pullback. Unless you're playing a pullback pro trend, I think it's dangerous to do that. I think it's better to look for what happens in that area. Oracle's under 160. Oh, it's only 1.66% down. Let me have a look. I think I'm still comfortably up. I'll check it. Oh, mate, that's fine. What are you talking about? We're long from down here, right? We're long from down here. If you're with me in Discord, I don't know. We're long from down here. There's no problem with this whatsoever. We might even gap fill and still bid, right? So if this is the first push, right, we might even come down here and then rebid back up. I've got no qualms with holding this right now. I'm long from down here. I'm just, until it fails and breaks down, I'm not worried at all. Not at all. This is just a pullback, and I want to see if we absorb. The difference with this pullback compared to, like, why are you long in this and not in NQ? Because this, right, here's the big difference. This is ridiculous. They are panic selling it. They're panic selling software. We are deep in discount into a block here. It is worth bidding on that block, and I'll see if we can get a retracement. If we can get a retracement off this, if this market goes bullish in general, right, we will get up here at the minimum. We will get up into 38.40s. That will be $100 winner per share. So I'm not concerned right now, not in the slightest. It's not my favorite stock, I'll be honest. It does have some potential debt issues, but I do think they've oversold it. I do prefer the ETF. Okay, they're starting to sell up there. What do you know? What do you know? What do you can know? What do you know? Where can I get the course? Pinned to the top of chat, mate. It's pinned on the top of chat. Just hit that link tree or go to flowzonetrader.com. I'm really enjoying Best Loser Wins after you recommend it. Any recommendations for next read? Yeah, for sure. I have to get my Audible up because I always forget what they're all called. Well, we all know my favorite one, right? Golf is Not a Game of Perfect. That is, I think that's the best book for traders. You laugh, but I'm serious. It is the best book for traders. All right, let's have a look at my library in it. All right, The World is for Sale, I think, is a great book. It's not really a trading book. Well, it is, but it's just a great read. Where is my library? Fooled by Randomness. Great book. What else do I think is good in here? Obviously, all the unknown market wizards, obviously. They're all very, very good. Mental Game of Trading, Jared Tendler, very good. Obviously, Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas. Outliers I actually quite like Malcolm Gladwell, because it's important to remind yourself there's always the possibility. Atomic Habits, James Clear, I'll be right up there. I think those are pretty much it. Those are the good ones. Oh my god, what is happening, folks? Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking hell, what is happening? In Market Wizards, they barely mention order flow. Well, probably because, well, it depends which ones you've read. The original Market Wizards, you got to remember, we're talking about the 80s and stuff. They would have been pit traders, you know. So when they were buying, the guys buying soy and corn and stuff, they wouldn't have had order flow. They would have been having to judge based on macro environment. And I don't mean a macro like 10 minutes before a candle and 10 minutes after. I mean the global macro economic and political environment is what they would have been trading off. Oh my god, what the fuck does Alex know? Oh my god, oh my fucking god, what are you lot gonna do who talked a load of shit? What are you gonna do? Opinion on Patrick Wyland. I like Patty. I like he's Marmite. I actually really respect Pat. Genuinely. He's been at it a long time. He's a big personality. He's great at like being that big personality, right? And I can't comment on his trading because I don't really watch him trade. I remember him trading small caps back in the day. I've seen a little bit from him. I know he likes the old flag. I don't think he uses higher time frame too much. But I like Pat. I've got no issue with Pat whatsoever. I think he's done a lot for the industry. I think people talk a lot of shit. Pat has gone through a lot. If you followed Patty for a long time, you will know he has not had the easiest life. So anyone who makes a success of themselves, I will give absolute fucking kudos to, because he's a self-made man, and that I respect no matter what. No matter what. You made a joke and Nightbot yelled at you. You probably did it in capital or something. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. Can we visit today's lows? Let me have a look. You've got to get under this first, right? So the first trade, we talked about trapping buyers up here and trading back down to here. You need to get under this, and then maybe we can have a look. I'll have a look on this one for you so you guys can all see it rather than my ninja one. Let's have a look at what we did. Did we trap buyers at the highs? Right, strong selling up there. I'm going to compare this to Ninja in a second just for out of interest. All right, into some of these imbalances, which are starting to fill. Let's have a look at the low of day. What was the auction like at low of day? Is there good excess? Not great. All right, so we can probably, what would I be looking at? 100s for sure. And yeah, 70s. We can maybe do it. Let me just check Ninja now, because sometimes it's a bit more accurate. It is definitely more accurate. Okay, this is what I'm seeing on NT. All right, so on that last shove, what happened here? Hello. Who's at the high day? Oh, longs that are caught. What do we like? Longs that are caught. What else do we have at all these high candles? All of these guys. All of these guys. All of these guys. All of these guys. Guess who got caught? All of those guys. Oh, yeah. They got fucking caught. What happened when we dropped under 40 where the selling started? Oh, yeah. We fucking knifed. Why? Because it's the same fucking shelf where they're trapped above. Sorry, I'm getting annoyed now, but there we go. I'm wound up today. All right, we've come back down to where? Where the big buyer was, 190. What did we say the rotation is? 50s or 40s to 90s. That's the rotation. We can price back up here. They can still try and resell this. All right, we have some imbalances down here. They need to go lower. The big grey box is what? It is all these massive buyers. All right. Look at these massive buyers. We need to get under them to get low of day. Until that point, we cannot guarantee low of day, but we can talk about going from here to here. If we get under them, all right, we can talk about using their pain to go from here maybe to here, 89. We have to see if they actually want to auction lower. All right, so we have to see about this. We don't know. This is why we position ourselves short for their pain here. All right, once we leave, we cover some into the level where we know they might hold, and we hold in case we find acceptance lower. All right, it's the same thing all the time. Location, momentum, location, momentum. Where is the best location to get short? Up in here when we leave buyers trapped. Where are we going to cover some? Into the next location where buyers keep absorbing. Where is the ultimate target? When these buyers get stuck down into low of day and possibly the naked point of control. All right, so I don't know what else to say, folks. This has been on here the whole time, what we've been looking for. Sucking premium out of options before their nosedive. You might well be right. Rips is similar to me. I don't know if he is. I know he trades momentum. I could not comment. Could not comment. Alex, what's the statistics you were talking about with the 80% chance taking out value area low? It also depends on the day, but yeah, if we trade above value area high, previous day value area high, and lose that, there's like an 80% chance that we will revisit the value area low the next day, the same day. Sorry. Yes, I have tried to put my system into an algo, Samir. It's like it's impossible. I've tried, honestly, I've tried so hard. If anyone wants to have a go at it, by all means have a go at it. It's really hard. They could see order flow in the pit. Who was trapped? The others. Yeah, they could, but they would have to see it and listen to it. That's probably they have talked about that in Market Wizards, but not in the same way. Okay, so there's your bear flag. Can they break down under here? So if you were short, you're covering some into here, and you're hoping you find acceptance lower. Nice, Tyson. Great work, mate. Nice. Lots of you getting that. Alex Berlin, another 800. Clear ball, Alex. Oh, crystal ball, do you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, Raf. Oh, yeah. Viral contents telling me I run my mouth a lot. Well, it's because people in chat are just ridiculous. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it, man. Some of you saying long now. Not for me. Not for me. Do I think NT is better for footprint? Yeah, I do. I do. I think it's a little bit more accurate than TradingView. But TradingView is not bad. I've watched you for 3 days, and the amount you've gone over in those 3 days burned my brain. Do I think your strategies align with Cami Capital in regards to volume profile? I've been watching your channel and his channel. What does he trade? I thought he traded ICT. Does he not? Does he trade volume? Oh, yeah, he moved to volume a while ago. What am I talking about? I don't know how he trades volume, but if he's trading volume profile, then he probably has a good understanding of where he wants to enter and exit. Could we revisit the high today? I very much doubt it. You would have to reclaim all current day's volume, all current week's volume, and break out with everyone trapped above you. That's why I keep saying we have volume trapped above us right now. I think it's very unlikely we revisit today's high. Best bet for traders. What I think. I mean, you can read lots of them. I think golf is not a game of perfect, personally. Yeah. What? You have to trade 8 days. You don't not just wait. Trade the 8 days, Tyson. Is this resistance turn support? Or, I mean, yes, technically it is. I mean, it's just volume, right? So we know they bid off this. We covered, remember, we took this trade, we covered into this, right? If you're positioned short, again, for the same thing, you should be covering into this. But you now have these buyers trapped here, and we also have everyone trapped up here, right? Which is why we're trying to trade lower. All the time you're protecting this, right? Here's the pullback. This is the pro trend, all right? This pro trend will really start developing once you get under here. They might chop between this for a while. They can absolutely chop between that for a while. If they keep trapping here and one side gets more stuck than the other, you know, can they get up here? It's possible, but the pro trend is down right now. But we are going into, look at how we're developing these nodes now. So we got here, here, and here. All right, and then we have one up here. All right, so we, at the moment, we're going from this node to this node. From this node, maybe back up. Maybe they resell this. If they get under this, we'll probably go from here to here for a minute and then see if they flush it or reclaim and go over. If we get over here, then we're going to try and revisit this node, and we might do this for a bit. If we get over here, we're going to go from this to this, this to this, this to this. All right, so these make it clear, especially as you get through the day. You find clear levels. You're running out of time, though. You're getting into lunch. Oh, my days. What is that? There's a big cover. Is there news here? Yeah, we've got talkers. Netanyahu signed on as a member of the Board of Peace. Are you fucking kidding me? In what world are we living in where he should be anywhere near anything peaceful? Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. All right. Oh, it's Trump's board, right? That is, in my mind, that's mental. It's mental. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. Wild. All right, well, if they reclaim here, then they can try and get back up to 300. You're just back to this grey box, so you can see how many times we've done this rotation. This is the third rotation now, right? 1, 2, well, I guess fourth, 3, 4. This is your rotation zone right now. Does a 25k funding make sense to get first payout? Yeah, definitely. H1 just turned green. Let me have a look. Clean these up. Yeah. Well, it's just on its open price. It's not through it. Rotation again. More rotation. So buyers really need to bid here at 13s if they have an ambition of moving higher into lunch. They would need to bid 13s. All right, I think I'm going to get out of here, folks. Have we done all the giveaways today? I think we have, haven't we? Trying to remember. Brain is fried. Check the swings quickly. Yeah, we still look good. Where's Netflix trading at? Still not the 70s. Want to add in those 70s if we can get there. Oh, that doesn't look so good. Where are we trading that there? Oh, I don't like that. I might cut USA Rare Earth here. I might have to cut this. Let me have a look. Where's it gone? Not even on my watch list. Is it over here? Looks all right. 36. We're okay. We're still above 20s. That's all right. That's all right. I got worried there, thinking I'd way further down. Okay, grey to grey still. Rotation still. You're on stuck shorts from 180. Am I in trouble? Yeah. At the moment, you are in trouble. Definitely. Remember, the short was up here, covering into here. The add would have been here. We don't add in front of volume. You are definitely in trouble right now. Doesn't mean it doesn't let you out, but if they want to come up to here, they can. Like I said, I think the short will happen in here. All right, we've already done it once. We keep failing up here. If they want to swipe, trap lots of balls in and short there, they will. You should not be holding through that pain. If you're a short 180, you've already been run out. Like what, 70 points? What are you doing holding that? We do some stuff on the DOM, yeah, in the course, in the volume profile and order flow course, yeah. I show you how I use it. I mainly use it for Delta, but yes, if you're using, what do you use for it? You use Bookmap, yeah, then definitely, it's in there. I'll show you what I use. What platform do I use for swings? Mainly 212, because I use my tax-efficient account in the UK, and I also have one with TradeStation. I actually have a few. I have some other ones as well, but there's nothing really in them. Don't use them actively. Do I see sale 25, 265, 265, 265 up here? Yeah, this is the kind of area. Like they've just held that dip. What did I just say? If bulls want to step in, they have to hold this now. Think about this, right? They have to now hold this and complete this. This is the area I think we will peter out in. It might be that we've already petered out. It might be that they want to do one more pump and then do it. But definitely, this is the area I think the market will struggle to get above. I really think it will struggle to get above that today. And I think the main move is back down to here. And once you find acceptance under here, it's to search back into these lows. This is, for me, this is a pullback. We are now starting to go sideways. We are building out liquidity here. If they do a failed breakout of this, that will be really nice for you in the afternoon. I will not be trading the afternoon, but think about this. All right, if we do a failed breakout of this, trap buyers, sell back in, reject, that is an easy sell, isn't it? Because then we will use all the liquidity to move lower. What would that remind you of? Let's look at the high of day, what we did. Failed breakout, reject, breakdown, reject, sell. Same thing. Build liquidity, trend. All right, we are now building liquidity out for them to be able to use later at the moment. Made 1,149 today. That's what happens when you experience with shitty penny stocks for you. That's it, mate. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. Do I only trade mornings? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if there's setups in the afternoons, I go there. Deep charts is good for volume profile and footprints. It is. I don't use it, but it is. I've heard a lot of people really enjoy it. I have a 212 ISA in the UK. Can you keep buying and selling shares in an ISA? Yes, you can. If so if you've got a 212 ISA, open up a 212 share ISA, all right? Stocks and shares ISA. If you leave your cash in there and do not trade, they will still give you like 3 or 4%, right? For the positions you don't have on, you'll still earn 3 or 4%. But, you know, the S&P and the QQQ and stuff like that should give you at least 10% a year. So you can position yourself into some good stocks and ETFs. Look, I'm not a financial advisor. Take what I fucking say as a pinch of salt. This is what I do. I position myself into ETFs, all right, on discount and hold it forever in my ISA. I use some of my ISA to position myself into stocks and some of it into speculation stocks, where, like, for example, we hit last year, where was it? What did we hit the big winner on? I'm looking for it. I'm still holding a share. Let me open it up. Open. We hit open for a 500% winner. All right. That small position alone made me 5% on my whole account, right? Which is more than you're going to get from a bank. But you got to know what you're doing. And I'm not a financial advisor. So speak to a financial advisor. Could the course be okay for me if I use ATAS? Yeah, for sure. It's principles. Do I do options? No. Sometimes leaps, but nothing else. What type of account? Oh, it's for British citizens, called an ISA, stocks and shares ISA. Discord paid. It's not like paid, but you have to do the course. Look at all these sellers stacking up here, folks, into lunch. Look at 62, 75, 87, all stacking up. It's 100 lot, 100 lot, 100 lot, 100 lot. We've got 400 lots stacked between 62 and 87. They're stacking up at that point of control right now, or above it, 62 to 87. Yeah, right in here. So there is 400 lots passive just sat here, hoping that they get filled to do that at the moment. During pre-market, I trade small caps. You mentioned how Bookmap is specifically useful for small caps. Could I explain why? Yeah, totally. Because in small caps are heavily manipulated. So unless you're really, 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 really good at using the level 2 and tape, all right? If you are trading something, say you are trading something, I'm assuming you're a short seller if you're trading small caps. Am I making that assumption right? Let's say you're trading something gapping up 100, 200, 300%, whatever, all right? Gapping up. And you're looking back historically, where are the bag holders stuck, right? So you're marking out that level where the bag holders are stuck. You will see them on Bookmap. They will have their limits there. Thousands and thousands of shares be sat there, and you'll see where the walls are, and you'll see where the buyers get trapped above it. And then you can use their pain to go the other side. And you can always watch Ross Cameron and make sure he trades into those guys and trade the other side of him, which is exactly what I used to do. Yeah, it's like an IRA. That's it, Hal. That's exactly what it is. Delta's just sideways right now. Delta's matching this pretty well, just sideways. Not making highs. In fact, we've got passive, to be honest, we've got passive selling showing up on the Delta. We've got passive selling showing up on the CVD, Mike. Because we're not actually breaking out anywhere up here on CVD. So we definitely have passive selling, which is what we expect in this area. Oh, you play small caps long. You're the other side of me, mate. So what are your rules, Enzo? So if you're trading small caps long, what are you looking for? Are you looking for stuff with no dilution on a gap up with a decent press release that you just think you can get a squeeze on? And what are you looking for? Easy to borrow, so to get more shorts trapped? If I was looking for a small cap long, I'd want it easy to borrow. I'd want a really low float. I'd want not too much dilution. Like no warrants, no offerings at the market waiting to be used. Yeah, Alison, yeah, definitely. For the flow zones, yeah, it's in the course. You probably just got to work your way through the course. I build you up until we get to it, but it's there. Small caps are sketchy. They are. I mean, I talked about it yesterday. I've taken some fat losses in the small cap world. Just trapped here on me going sideways. Doing nada. Doing nada. What were my trades today? They're the 2 on stream. I got stopped out of this one, but this is what we're looking for, 110s. And ultimately the target is down here if we can get there this week. I can't remember where I got stopped out. Was it here? I had it stop at 33s or something. Or was it 13s? I can't remember, folks. It might have been this fucker. Was it this fucker? I might have got stopped out here on the runner. Oh my god. So I only locked in 50 points and I got stopped out there on the runner. And the best cover, I think most guys got 110s. 110s, which was the area, 110s to 140 to 110s, which was originally the area. So most people got 200 plus points. Alex didn't. That was the trade. That was the main trade today. This trade here. I think I took a squeeze earlier as well. I think I took a long here. There was a long somewhere here earlier today, which was very, very quick and very early on. Which I was saying to the guys, don't follow me, because I think it was just this for a retest, because I saw shorts get stuck. Didn't make much money out of this. It was 34 point. Yeah, that would have been that one there. All right, those were the trades. Short squeeze long, sale after leaving volume. First attempt at this, and now we're just ranging. Yeah, I agree, Hope. I agree. If it doesn't close above 300, where can you expect price to go? I'm still in sales from 219. Give me a second. All right, this is what I'd be watching. I'm going to tell you the same levels that you're watching. Volume point of control is key because we've had big participants here. If you lose that, we're trading to 173. If you lose that, we're trading to 150. If you trade under 150, all right, it is very possible that this cluster of buyers here, who are not a small size, right, these are big players. If you lose 150, there is a very good chance you trade back down to 290. If you lose 290, we are looking at these blocks down here, okay? I would love to see this get to 24,800. I'd love it not to do today because I don't really want to trade anymore today. But it is possible. But I would be covering into some of these imbalances. Look, we're going to visit it very soon now. All right, so Alex is going to be proved right. So you have to wait and see now. 70s, 50s, can we get value area low? Acceptance under that. We can then think about an expansion model. It's not ideal, but let's have a think about where we get on an expansion model today if they go for an afternoon sell. Oh, look where the 161.8 is. I wonder if they've done that on purpose. Right at the naked previous week point of control. All right, so if we do an expansion model under here, you are looking for this guy here, whether it's today or tomorrow. All right, what a surprise that they've calculated it absolutely perfectly to get into that if they do an expansion. What made me go short where? Marmaro. I don't know which one you're talking about. Buyers are getting absorbed. Yeah, probably. I mean, they want to force this down. They would need to get a break underneath 50s, and then it can start flying. What was the screen with those buyers? Ninja Trader. I use a third-party software called Twin Peaks. Alex, do I think the order flow course is good after the advanced course? Yes, definitely. Definitely. It will improve your entries, in my opinion. But ask the guys in chat. Ask the guys in Discord. But a lot of them are finding a lot of edge now from it. From who did I learn to trade? I've been in too many rooms. To be honest, I learned how to not trade from most courses I did. I've already gone over gold, dude. I've already gone over gold. Yeah, I've gone over it. It looks to me like we're gonna do a failure to follow through on GC. All right, so we went over this earlier, but I'll show you again. This is the edge of volume. You can see I've still got it drawn out. If price cannot find acceptance over here, if we keep rejecting here, I would imagine you're going to see an attempt to roll over lower. All right, so I would be more comfortable positioning short here, looking for this move. All right, and I'll be covering some as we move down and then holding runners in case we trade lower. If you find acceptance over this shelf, all right, if you're looking for a new money long, you must find acceptance here. It must basically do like one of these and find acceptance here, and then you can look for that breakout. The easier short is definitely on silver. All right, gold is a much better hedge to what's going on, but I would not be long up here right now. This is, you are asking for it if you get long up there, honestly. $180 trapped shorts could pay out soon. 180. I don't think so, mate. Let me have a look. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's just a big level all over. I don't think there are many shorts trapped here right now. You're trading at previous week close here. Like I said, 150 is the level. You're starting to already lose 170. So you've already lost 189s. You're losing 170. 150 is the next level. And if you lose that, then all of those buyers are going to be way out of position. All the big buyers we talked about that were coming in here in clusters, all right, if you trade under this, they are all going to be out of position. They will all be hurt, right? Then you're going to have all this volume here and here trapped, because like I talked about, here's your main trend, here's the pullback, here's the liquidity build, here's the edge of it. If you leave this, you will try and revisit the lows. That's why I said I would not be long up here. Like, I just don't think that is a play. But you guys manage your own book. Don't be like the guy earlier saying it's my fault he's lost. Can we set up for a re-entry in the grey box? For a re-entry short, yes, you can. Yes, you can. If they fade away from this and they reject it, right? If they fade away from this and they reject it, you would need to see buyers come and get trapped here, and then you can resell it down to here. It's not the best. It's great momentum. It's not the best location on the day, is it? The best location on the day was here or here, like we talked about. But if they do that, it is a valid trade, but they must stay heavy versus this. Yeah, I mean, the reason I get upset, guys, is I feel like I give a huge amount of education and energy here each day, and I have people question it when I couldn't be more clear about this stuff. Like, I really try and help you guys, and when I have it shoved in my face, I find it offensive. That's why I get stressed, because it's like I'm telling you what is going to happen before it happens. I'm giving you like really as clear explanation as possible. You've already hit TP1. You're now failing 150. All right. We're now failing that big participant. If he becomes overweight and out of pocket, all right, this guy here, right, we have huge orders. Look at these guys here. If they become out of position, we will fade back down, guys. All right. We will be looking for the 90s and then low of day and a crack. All right. Why? Because it's a pullback. It's just a pullback. This is a pullback. Until it proves otherwise, always remember, or please, like even when I'm not here, failed breakout, creates liquidity, leaves volume, retest volume, leaves it, aggressively dumps, pullback. What's the main move? Who's trapped? Buyers trapped high of day. We are looking to sell. We are leaving volume. Here are your short opportunities. Here are your cover opportunities. Now you can hold runners because you have a good position. And if you didn't get that, or you want to add, you can look for an add here if it trades under and rejects, and you can look for that add lower, or that add to trade lower, right? But you can cover some here now, and you can hold some for low of day and expansion. And like I said, we did the fib. It's very possible we come into previous week's point of control. I really hope it doesn't do that, so I can get this trade tomorrow, right? Because I'm not feeling up to trading much more today. Oh, but the thing is, Zach, those people are here every day. They are here every day. They are here. Yeah, you need to trade away and reject this box. Correct. You don't want to just enter. You need to trade away from it and reject this box. Because if they reclaim, all right, if they do this, you do not want to be short, right? Because we can dance back in here. But if we reject this now, you're looking for a trade back down. And you can look at these nodes here and here and here. But remember, you're now into lunch. The volume's going to be very low now. You think it's the language, they can't comprehend what I'm talking about. What, too many big words? I try and really, like, you might be right, Ian. I try and really simplify it, though. I really, really try and simplify it. It's fine, Mike. No, like, you don't have to say sorry. It's all good. You're here to learn, right? You're here to learn. And I will get shit wrong, guys. I'm a human being. I will get stuff wrong. Why 1 minute over 5 minute? I use both, dude. I use both. So on my screen, I have a 1, a 5, an hourly, and a daily. And over here, I have a 5, 5, 5, 5. But over here, I'm looking at ES SPY, QQQ, and VIX. Right, so I'm looking at all sorts all the time. It's just when I'm looking at where we for execution, I want to be on the lowest chart possible, right? Because I want to have accurate execution, right? If I'm going to risk versus this and put my stop here, I want to have accurate execution. I want to see who's trapped, where they're trapped to trade lower. All right, so the lower the time frame, the more accurate I can be with my execution. My bias does not come from a 1 minute chart. I don't trade off tick charts. I've tried them, but it's fine. But it's each to their own. What tool can you use to find trap buyers and sellers? You will need Footprint or like a level 2. You don't have to use Footprint. Right? You can use you can quite literally use this, right? Use the depth of market. We can see there's a buyer stuck here, 120 lot at 67. Sellers are in control at 170. There's a buyer stuck at 173. We can keep going up. Like, you're going to see what I'm talking about. There's another buyer stuck at 188. There's another buyer stuck at 190. There's seller in control from 200. See what I mean? So we're talking about 100 lots, which are way, way, way out the money. There's another buyer stuck at 220, another 100 lot. Right, so you don't have to use Footprint. It's horses for courses. But if you're not trying to sell, I'm really not trying to sell. Go and do everything on YouTube first for free on my YouTube. But if you are interested, I teach you all the ways of finding it in the volume and order flow course on my website. Nice, Gak. Are they still stacked up at 260? Yeah, they are. They're just sat there waiting to get filled. Here you go. See all these guys? 100 lot, 100 lot, 100 lot, 100 lot. Right, they are stacked here, hoping to get filled. And you've got a buyer down here at the 110s. All right, and let's have a look. Let's just have a look before I leave if there's any big boys down at like the old point of control. So 25,000. We have 140 lot. Oh, look at this. The old point of control. We've got 130 lot down there. So he knows as well. We do have a player up down there. Let's have a look upside. Do we have anything above these guys? No, we have a clear book. We have a clear book. 26,000. Don't think we're going there today. I don't think we're going there today. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I'm done for the day, folks. I will try and be in Discord later. Gray zones, they're just areas that I mark out based on volume. All right, thanks for joining, guys. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for everyone who bought the positivity today. I needed it. I promise you, I really needed it today. We go again tomorrow, right? We go again tomorrow. Just keep locking in those base hits. When we get the 100, 200 pointers, it's great. Until then, you just keep locking in. And let's see what we get set up for tomorrow. Hopefully, we get some continuation trades, which would be really nice. Peace and love. Use hard stops. Be kind to each other. All that good stuff. And yeah, take care.